these things, and they want us to show up on time.
Later gay, call it.
Later gay. Yeah. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, fellas? Oh, and we're live. We're fucking back. Holy shit. That's how I know I'm not late, is the cat feeder just went off. So I know that I hit the live button beforehand. So
that's awesome.
Gentlemen, welcome back to another diabolical episode of the Goonsday Preppers podcast. Gentlemen, while we're getting started, please let me know how the audio quality is, because as you can see, I got a fucking sweet ass new mic. So if I need
gamer mic spotted,
gamer mic in the gamer chair, we're fucking gaming. We're actually gaming, which sort of brings me to the other thing. Hold on. Let's see here. Gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. All of you that are joining now, thank you for setting reminders. Thank you for doing the thing. Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna open the stream on my phone so I can keep an eye on chat. So I can keep an eye on yo bitch asses.
Boost them numbers.
Hell yeah, Mossy won for $2. What's up? What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's? Yeah, don't laugh or anything, guys. It's a teeny bit quiet. Okay,
I'm sorry, I'm outside.
Okay, I'll turn it up then. You don't sniff petrol from a can. Don't be Rama. Okay. I've gone ahead and turned it up. How was that? Can
I make good on our end.
Why no potato mic? I need cackle and feedback for lizard brain. Fuck, dude.
You have to bust that thing out every so often, or like have a dual mic setup where it's muted and you turn it on and pick it up and hold it to your face.
I need a 3.5 jack splitter so that I can have both of them. I don't know if I could do dual leads. You know what I'm saying? For
you need you need like an audio interface, like one of those professional ones, and then just put the most dog shit inside of it.
It's true. It's true. Does the audio sound at all better? Do I need to turn it up?
Chat, rage bait him into making it as loud as possible.
Yeah, literally. Fucking. And you guys in Discord are gonna hear something different because what they hear is through fucking whatchamacallit, my daggum streaming software, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, Streamlabs.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, welcome back to the stream officially now. Please like the daggum freaking like button so that the homies can see this, so they can see what is going on tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't have a whole lot of structured talking points. We'll talk, but we don't have talking points necessarily. So one thing that I was thinking about is, as far as a quote-unquote talking point, was this is so stupid, but me and Auntie OG, we went out to on a real romantic date not too long ago, and we went to Red Lobster, in case you were wondering. And
classy.
Very classy indeed. And I got a seafood boil, so I basically put a bib on and gloves and made an ass of myself in front of everybody there.
Yeah.
And Auntie OG got bottomless shrimp. Yes, Art Vandalay, exactly. Endless shrimp, 100%. And fucking. We were talking about ways to, improve. Ow, cat, damn you! Ways to improve. What's it called? Red Lobster, and we thought that it would be a good idea if there was, people in shrimp and lobster mascot suits that would like walk around and just like bug the fuck out of people at the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Disney World style.
Yeah.
No, we need like Pokemon fights like between crawdad and lobsters, live ones.
Oh, dude, no. I'm talking.
That would be diabolical.
Instead of them fighting each other, you need to fight the mascots. I think that would be like. She's like, could you imagine if like a man in a shrimp suit came up and was like, oh, would you like a box? And then just started beating the fuck out of you.
It's just Waffle House with extra steps.
Yeah. Would you like a box, sir? Motherfucker! Like, just started whooping on your ass, dude. That would be actually fucking hilarious.
Even though you get 50% off your receipt.
Yeah. But if you beat one shrimp, 2 more show up in his place, and you gotta beat them too.
It's the endless shrimp.
Yeah, that's the endless. That's the real bottomless shrimp. Is that every fucking shrimp, like, every one you beat, it's just like it's fucking wave of zombies type shit.
No, they need like lobsters, like live lobsters, and have them do tricks. Not for eating, but they do tricks.
Yeah,
like a dog show or a seal show.
Yeah, they should tie live lobsters to like the ceiling fans or something like that. And wherever they land is where you get to eat it. You know, like if it lands on a table or something.
It lands at your table once it finally flies off.
Yeah, dude. I think that'd be fucking exquisite. I think Red Lobster's good. They got good food, but they need to focus on the entertainment aspect. You know.
We know they just went bankrupt, right? Or they just filed for bankruptcy or whatnot. So all the Red Lobsters, like it's no longer a franchise business.
What?
So you might be able to.
No way.
Be able to fix this local Red Lobster. Yeah, they. I don't know all the details, but they either went under or went bankrupt. So now, like all the Red Lobsters that exist are like independently owned. Somebody in chat could probably fact check me on it, but I know they filed for bankruptcy recently.
Jamie, pull that up.
Speaking of
Jamie, can we fact check if Red Lobsters are individually owned?
It's pretty brutal. It looks like something out of a Metalocalypse animation, but I could have sworn that someone like at a Olive Garden, like a cook, like dunked his head in the fryer to like how you say extinguish himself. How you say it? Sleeping forever.
Yes, indeed. Art Vandalay says they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy because of the bottomless shrimp last year. They bought too many shrimp and sold and did not sell enough of it.
Damn.
That's crazy work. Dude, I'm telling you, that's my 13th reason. If they shut down fucking Red Lobster, I'm fucking committing Sudoku.
Oh my god. I haven't been to one in a super long time, I'll be honest. There's a Red Lobster near my cousin's house, and he calls it Black Lobster, and I will refuse to elaborate why he calls it that, but he does.
I've been legally advised to not elaborate on why.
But he tells me about it all the time.
Yeah. Wait, is that where they fight the staff? Is that what you're talking about?
That's Waffle House, bro.
Yeah, that's Waffle House.
I mean like that particular Red Lobster.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I've never been in it. I just feel like it wouldn't really fit in there. But, I don't know. He just tells me he sees it all the time, and he has explained to me why he calls it that, and I will not repeat the statement.
You'll have that.
You'll have that on these big jobs.
Mm-hmm. Man, I did a big job today. Fucking, I got to drive a truck from my place of work all the way to fucking Wisconsin. It's pretty fun.
Wiz Khalifa, nice.
I am officially trucker maxing for 2026. Not like, but I'm still a carpenter though, which is good. Like I still get all the benefits and stuff. I'm no longer breaking my back. I just drive a truck and crank hog and chew tobacco and God bless, and had to lay her down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love it. Shit. What's going on in your life, Brother Bones? What do you got to talk about?
Not a
roller dog.
anything,
Yeah,
like,
Coral
super-
Racer. Sorry.
What is it?
He said roller dog.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not like I'm still I'm still in purgatory in the desert, waiting for BB to call upon me, his
Yes.
best boy.
Summon me, BB. Summon me.
Summon me. Let me lead
Please.
this. My life is
Yeah.
yours. Yeah, we're still just trying to not go crazy here. I mean, there's talk of us leaving potentially in a couple weeks. I can't really
Oh my
talk
God.
details,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but like it might finally be happening.
War!
And war! We're gonna fucking kill the drones. Total drone death. But that's mostly it. I mean, I pushed out a video on the squad composition. That was really fun to make. I made that while I was here. It's now the best video I've ever made, which is crazy.
Mhm.
I got more in the works, and that's like, honestly, nothing super crazy. Bones is about to become another year older here in like 5 or 6 days.
Pog.
So
Pog
you
champ.
know, one closer to Unk status, as
Dude.
it were.
Don't remind me. All right. Dude, when we listen, I didn't know how old you were for like the first like 8 months that we knew each other. And I thought you were older than me. And turns out no, I do live up to the Unk status for real. Fucking
Yeah, I had to black pill you with that one. I'm sorry, King.
It's all right, man. Fucking it is what it is. I live up to my name. But Bucky, how old are you, if you don't mind sharing?
Old enough
Timeless
to drink.
identity.
Old... Okay,
Ow.
understandable.
Uh,
For the record, I'm not totally old quite yet. I'll be 29 this year. hmm
Exciting. Yeah, Bones will be 26 come towards the end of April.
Frog champ.
Frog champ. Age maxing right now, or age maxing.
Age maxing, yes. It's my last year. It's my last year to enjoy, you know, my 20s, and then
nowadays you have to like worry about this stuff and take turmeric pills and like avoid drinking sugar, or else you're gonna like bloat up and like be bad.
yeah, I don't want to be 30 and bloated. That would be that'd be too tough.
Yeah, you excited for your colonoscopies that are coming up?
Dude, I'm fucking fucking listen, I was at work, right? And there's this guy that like looks just like me at work. Like people mix us up all the time. And ironically, we have like birthdays right next to each other, but he's like 10 years older than me. He'll be 39 this year. And fucking we have this Zoomer kid that we work with. He might be watching the podcast right now. I did tell him about it. But there's this fucking Zoomer kid that we work with, and he's such a fucking he's like a tier 1 rage baiter. I love this dude. And he just walks up to him and he's like, "Wait, how old are you, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm turning 39 this year." He's like, "Man, that's crazy, man. Fucking what's it like knowing you're going to die soon?" It's like, oh my god, like shut the fuck up. He's like, no one ever said that to me before.
Diabolical.
Oh yeah, we got a couple donos here. Central Sands Defense says Wisconsin mentioned. Sup, dude? Hello, Mr. Wisconsin man. Hello, Cheddar man.
I love Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, he's my favorite artist. Fucking dude, Cabin Fever was such a good album. Like, I don't know if you guys fuck with Wiz Khalifa at all, but fucking that was like, I listened to that shit so much when I was in high school, dude. It was such a good fucking album. It was so good.
You don't have to throw it on anytime you cross borders. That's just what I call Wisconsin. It's Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. Lil Booty Fart for $2 says, "Yo, Bucky, did you see Jordan Jareb talking shit on you?" Really?
It's like having trench grenade talk shit on me. Like, does it fucking matter? I got better shit to do with my time, dude.
Yeah, you'll
Bring
have
the
that.
drama.
And if you want to know, if you want to see data to confirm my own opinions, you got statistics. But you also got police body cam footage of people getting slimed from aimed fire with a handgun.
What is this about?
Or
Is it, do you have beef?
So I made a recent video where this one guy on the gun guy, Gerald Persinger, who is like one of the embodiments of like the I was a former LE or law enforcement or retired LE instructor, and I teach like stuff where I don't know what I'm doing.
Ah.
And then he talks
So
about
he's like me.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except he gets like a crap ton of money off of like training people, and then the foundation of them is just terrible. So like not knowing how to actually shoot a handgun, teaching people bad advice, point shooting a handgun, which outside of like arm's reach distance.
Okay.
And
point
and
blank
with that,
accuracy.
it's very likely that due to that, he may have taught a few cops, and those cops may have gotten to like police-involved shootings where they would just miss a suspect and end up doing excessive collateral damage or striking bystanders.
Oof. Big yikes.
Yeah, oof, that's large.
And this sort of archetype is like common in any sort of law enforcement academy or concealed carry a permit instruction class. And then when he was called out for just being an incompetent shooter and a bad instructor, he would say, "Oh, well, you're anti-2A because I was teaching the disabled and elderly." And the beef was
Listen, you have to suck my cock, bro. All right? I'm doing so much for this fucking community. You owe me.
And it's just because this instructor would fail to like use the red dot sight properly on a handgun, and then properly convey and teach people on how to use it, and then to fall back on is like, oh, just point shoot the guy at 7 yards away.
Yeah. Don't miss, bro. Just don't miss.
Yeah, just don't miss. We had a conversation about this with some of the dudes who are here. We got a SWAT guy here, and he's like, dude, nothing pisses me off more than outdated FUD lore by cops that used to be instructors like 30 years ago. And now they're like, them newfangled dots, you don't need names. I
Them
shoot better with
fandangled
iron
dots.
sights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's super frustrating. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, and at this point, like I mean, as much as I have like the same amount of combat deployments as trench grenade during my career, I do want to go to use PSA. I do want to get myself a new belt, get myself a new like set of kit to optimize more for competition. That way I can have like some sort of pedigree for people to take me seriously.
Obtained pedigree.
Yeah. Man. So wait, how did this even start? Like, how did your quarrel start with him?
So Gerald Persinger, for who in particular?
Jordan Jareb, I guess.
Oh, I was calling him a retard. I was calling him a retard, and I was calling him a stupid fat retard.
Okay.
And then
is he a stupid fat retard?
Yeah, and then also he used his own like pedigree of running a militia, a failure of a militia. It's like one of those accelerationist neo-Nazi militias, along the same sort of doctrine as like Siege, and it would do stuff like read David Lane's like 1488 book. I call him out a bit, but it turns out the focus trip audience doesn't actually think of that as a bad thing. And then it was just just dealing with like retarded shit, and my brain, I'm so dumbfounded I can't even like respond properly.
I mean that school
like,
of logic.
Like, I ran a militia, but then the militia is so inept and incompetent, and then the people involved end up in jail. So
yeah, usually something you don't want to brag about.
So they were Michigan militia maxing.
not even that. More like the worst version of Autowaffen or the base.
I see. Interesting. Well, yeah, I guess that's valid then.
But it's like, but then you would just do the whole like trench grenade strategy of just like responding to everything, then try and like mention everyone, and then try and get a lot of attention.
I see.
Like high volume.
It's on pain. It strikes you.
Please, I'm so
and
weak.
Then he tries. Then I haven't watched the video fully just because I'm busy doing other stuff with collaborations and other people. And then he like tries to like bait me. It's like this whole retardation or bait sort of thing, like trying to tag me after I made this video on this whole like Twitter.
Pick me fucking.
Yeah.
content.
And it was like he was confusing doctrine and techniques. So like doctrine is where you have a representation of the mindset, procedures, doctrine. Doctrine is doctrine. The representation of the procedures, thoughts, codes, techniques, procedures of a organization, a group, an entity, an institution.
I
So
see.
like handgun shooting, like the modern pistol technique is part of the technique found in gun sight handgun doctrine. Or you have things like Battle Drill 6 is a technique used to
You wouldn't call that a
used as
doctrine?
part of Army art doctrine. No,
Oh,
it'd
it's
be
part
a,
of doctrine.
It'd be a procedure.
Okay.
It's procedure that'd be used for Army doctrine, or
I see what you're saying.
Or like
Verbiage.
FM 322-9 is the technique of the use and employment of an M16 or M4 that is part of doctrine for the U.S. Army, that sort of stuff.
I see.
And basically, I was calling out on the techniques that this Joel Persinger gun guy, in which in the context of using it for tactical and defensive handgun use, or concealed carry handgun use, in which there's a technique of like sighted handgun shooting. And then there's also the other technique of point shooting, but point shooting at fairly long distances for point shooting, in my opinion. And then I would talk about like, hey, that is dumb, or you use a target-sided focus, draw and grip the handgun consistently, have your reticle be on target, and then squeeze the trigger. While this Joel Persinger guy
radical
would
idea.
focus hard on the this Joel Persinger
Accuracy,
guy,
a radical idea.
who mind you has been teaching thousands and thousands of concealed carry courses ever since 2008. And then like as far as when like red dot sights became popular, which I assume his use of it would be around the mid 2010s and later.
Yeah.
And he would focus hard on the optic when presenting and shooting it, which is not the way to do so.
A couple donos here. Central Sands again for $2. He says that was wild listening to last night. In regards,
or the focus trip stream on that,
probably
or Logan's takes, or Ben Stager's videos.
I don't know. I was not there last night. I can't say
I was
for
in
certain.
bed sleeping.
I was honk shoe me. And then Madden Williams for $4.99. He says, "Sup boys, looking." Oh my God, Bones. Try not to get a bonar. He says, "Sup boys, looking to get a PCC for comp shooting. What would you gamers suggest? I was looking at a DD16 PCC, but the price is kind of steep." Yeah.
Bones question.
Oh, excuse me. Great question. I don't really like do PCC shooting for USPSA. Like, I know it has to be, if you want to like compete in that division, it's fun. But it has to be a 16-inch barrel. It can't have a sling on it. So, I mean, it just depends on what you enjoy shooting. Like, if you're going to do an AR-9, get like the Maxim roller delayed buffer. I don't have any experience with any of the more expensive like race PCCs because it's just not really like what I care about for a PCC. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not really my forte. So offer amazing advice other than just like get something that's quality. I have no experience with Daniel Defense. I don't really care for them because they're really expensive. They don't take Glock mags. That's kind of my immediate reaction
What do they
to
take?
it. But do they take Scorpion mags? They take some sort of curved non-Glock mag.
The
I don't know if
Scorpion
it's
mags are
proprietary.
pretty
I don't know,
affordable.
like they're like the common patterns for like PCC magazines, at least for the AR-15 platform, AR-9 platform, or Scorpion, like Scorpion Evo 3, like a Colt SMG, which is like very Uzi-like, and then you have the Glock pattern. Yeah. Those are the most common.
Yeah, it's a curved mag. I don't know if it's proprietary. And like, I mean, I'm sure they work fine and they're great for like the tactical use of them. I like that I can share my mags between my pistol and my PCC, and that's like that. I don't really want to lose that regardless of what I'm doing. But again, I'm not a USPSA like wizard. You know, it's not really something I do. So for competition, I mean, do whatever you can shoot the fastest, what has the least amount of recoil, what's reliable enough, and what has a 16-inch barrel, because you have to have a 16-inch barrel for USPSA. That's really all I got for
I
it.
feel like a braked fucking 9mm PCC would just be like cheating. It would be
I've
so
seen
fucking flat
like
shooting.
I've seen Sinistral Rifleman Russell Fagan. He demonstrating his like polymer low receivered 9mm SBR with a big brake on it,
Mhm.
and that thing has very little vertical climb at all, and he would just blaze through the stage incredibly quickly with it.
That would be fun, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you get like an AR9 with some sort of roller delay or bearing delay, and you stick a comp on it. I mean, if it has a 16-inch barrel, the comp doesn't do a ton, but if you do like SMG division or whatever, and you put an FRT, a brake, and some sort of recoil mitigating system, yeah, you're gonna have a really good time.
Trigger slaps. As far as I'm aware for competitions, at least reading through the then current rule books, if not the newest ones, I can't tell if they've released a new one or not. Any braced firearm out there is specifically prohibited. PCSL braced firearms are accepted.
Yeah, USPSA has weird rules for PCC. Like, that's why I'm not like super interested. I ran like a practice USPSA match with my 11.5 AR pistol, and they let me do it. Like, they were super cool about it. But technically, like, it's an 11.5. It had a brace. It would not be acceptable. It has to be a 16-inch barrel. It has to have a stock.
Yeah.
It can't have a sling on it. They're restricted. There's no major power factor for it. It's just straight PCC.
But going back to techniques and doctrine. So this doctrine of, like point shooting by using the techniques of point shooting at ranges of 7 yards and less, and then like doing extended shooting by aimed reflex sight shooting by focusing on the optic instead of the target, and then the deployment of that would lead to because as citizens we are subject to more scrutiny, especially involved in a citizen-involved shooting. Stray bullets out there may end up in unintended areas, which could lead to collateral damage or bystanders getting shot. Or if it's law enforcement, if they try and smoke a dude, it might lead to more and more people getting shot unnecessarily.
Yeah,
and that is really bad.
I think I am a point shooting enjoyer. I don't know if I would ever do it with a pistol, just outside of like rape distances.
Point blank. Yeah.
Straight up. So I think it is. I talked about it in my last video. I do think it's a skill that is repeatable, and it's a skill that you can learn and develop and shoot decently well. Still with a rifle, still at short distances. Like, I wouldn't do it beyond fucking 10 meters. You know what I'm saying? 10 yards.
Yeah. I
with a rifle.
would like to do a video on it at some point. Like how far can you practically consistently point shoot a pistol and a rifle? Maybe we'll do that someday.
But like an institution, like a firearms training company, or like a law enforcement agency, or like a branch of the military, their techniques would go and be applied to the doctrine of that organization.
Yeah, that's not good.
So
that
then,
is,
like,
no bueno.
So what I got like as a summary is that like it was one of those pick me like bait response videos. Like, I keep on seeing them like getting spammed in the comments, but I would ignore it. Yeah, and then they would try and like then Jordan Jarrett would try and say that I was focusing too much on doctrine. No, it's like the techniques behind the doctrine. And he would claim that his doctrine would be central axis relock with some sort of pepper ball launcher. And like, what the fuck is this? Like, I mean, like, if you look at police body cam shooting or like active self-protection videos, like, people end up doing prone shooting, either like from a criminal's perspective, trying to engage the cops would usually survive, or be criminal, and criminal attacks would be like multiple shots fired, 3 assailants, 9 bystanders injured.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Or I've seen like or if it's a police officer where they devolve into point shooting, if it's a extended target rather than like being tackled by a dude, it would end up like striking bystanders.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I feel like instinctive shooting with a handgun, comes instinctively. You'll know when to do it for the most part, but I mean, like you said, you're kind of responsible for every single bullet that leaves the gun. So I wouldn't necessarily be taking chances beyond fucking
And when I, right,
7 meters. That's steep.
right. And whenever I explain firearms techniques, which I use, oftentimes with a demonstration of I went through a course and done this, or I've set up a target on a flat range to demonstrate some sort of press check technique or shooting technique or so, and then he would try and like interject and butt in. It was like, oh well, I do this. I'm like, I don't even engage, but it's like you got more skilled shooters than me, like Matt Pranko, who would just do the technique that I would advocate and try and do, and he ends up doing it incredibly proficiently well.
So you were guilty of wrong think, basically. You were guilty of not agreeing.
Yeah, even though I can actually demonstrate that whatever I'm doing can have an appreciable.
It's not that you're like advocating for like a dumb idea. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're advocating for the correct practice.
Yeah, the standard.
How horrendous. Yeah, I think a lot of people hate pistol dots, a lot of older guys, for all the wrong reasons. It's like a certified, I don't have a pistol dot on my pistol despite doing it before. There's almost never like people say I can shoot better with them, or they're unnecessary, or they're harder to shoot, or they're less effective. It's like, no, it's
said
none of these
ever.
reasons. Yeah, like none of these reasons are valid reasons. A red dot gives you more view of your target. They are a more precise aiming point. They do better in low light situations. Like they are just a refined way to shoot. The only problems you're going to run into is the fact it takes longer to train because you can't subconsciously look, see in the peripheral your iron sights as you present up to a target. You just have to have that good presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically every argument of like pistol dots are bad, I can shoot better without them, that I've ever heard doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, red dots are just objectively more accurate. They have a steeper learning curve for sure, but I mean, once you get dialed in with that shit, it's literally you have a nice window to look through and a nice fine aiming point that as long as your grip is solid, then that dot's going to return every time. You're not going to lose it. Like, I don't know. It just kind of seems like a cop out.
I agree. I think some people are so used to irons that they shoot them better than a red dot at their skill level, which I get. I understand that.
Yeah.
And you can make an argument of, well, I don't want the added complexity or the added, skill gap or the added potential of batteries and glass breaking or it potentially coming off my pistol. Like, all right, man, if those are like some valid, like, all right, you want a simple max and robustness max, I totally get it, that's fine. But this whole like my irons are just as good, I'm like, no, they're just not. Stop saying they are, please.
No matter what sort of sighting system you have on a handgun, if you have poor handgun fundamentals, like you jerk the trigger, you don't present it consistently, you're gonna suck with it. I mean, like, it doesn't matter if it's an iron-sighted pistol, a red dot-sighted pistol, or one with like the huge Terminator laser sight bolted onto it.
Guys, please like the stream, by the way. Just as a quick reminder, now that it seems like the majority of the homies are here, please like the stream because we're going to continue yapping, but for the ADHD inclined, I'm going to do this. We're going to play this here video game. We're going to play Metro 2033.
Hell yeah.
But the most recent video I made on like this Gerald Persinger guy, and like, is that the reason why he's a FUD is that he accuses other people of being anti-Second Amendment for calling him a bad instructor or advocating the use of a red dot sight, especially for the disabled and the elderly.
Yeah, like it's typical. You don't like what I say, therefore you're a bad guy. Is silly. Also, if you're gonna throw like exceptions to the rule, then we're talking about something different. If you're gonna say the disabled and the elderly, people who can't see red dots, people who aren't gonna ever get to the skill level where a red dot will help them. Okay, yeah, sure. Those are like the exceptions to the rule, but you can't use those as the standard. You can't say, oh well, but this small percentage, this small. It's like, okay, we're talking about something different here.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with personally disliking or not using a particular thing or a piece of equipment. Paul Harrell, he doesn't like optics on any firearms. He's incredibly skilled with iron sights, but he doesn't say, "Oh, well, that's because you're good with the scope. You're against the Second Amendment." He never said anything to that effect at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's fucking goofy.
Goofy take.
Yeah.
Paul Harrell had 0 of those.
Yeah, he's kind of based in that regard.
Kind of super based. Do you have any? You have our first talking point, OG. Did you have any lined up for us this evening?
No.
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 Hell yeah.
Let's here. I could probably fucking drum something up real quick. One sec.
And it's real funny because OG. So we got a little while he's looking. OG, we've got this nice little private Discord server or group in which we kind of yap about things and talk with the homies. And OG today is like, what are some ideas we could talk about for the stream? I'd love to hear them. And then everybody gave like 10 ideas each. It's the most ideas I've ever seen ever published by that group.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
It was quite surprising. Quite a plethora to choose from. It was quite immaculate, even the greatest list of talking points. And OG's over here like, I don't have anything. I'm sorry, I did not look.
Let me fucking look.
I simply bird boxed myself and did not consider it.
Okay, unknown 93839 has a question. Opinion on gelking to improve split times. I'd say gas station boner pills to maintain alertness and battlefield situational awareness. That's what I'd go. That's what I would say.
Everything Bucky said.
Yep.
Yesn't. Where are these talking points at? Oh.
Well, you see, you pull up the group. Yeah,
I'm fucking looking. I found them. No, Bucky, we're not gonna watch fucking police cam video. We're not gonna watch.
To show that point shooting is not a good idea unless it's like contact distance.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Watch this dude die.
Okay. Okay. I like this one, Bones. Is the offensive/kit pistol still viable as a concept or practical in any situation? So you're saying like a pistol as a primary, as a kit, so to speak?
Yeah, sorta. So like, I'll yap again. So there was like, back in the 80s when like 5.7 came around and stuff, or there was this push of like for non-frontline troops, or potentially, and what I kind of want to talk about, potentially some more like covert operations, to have a pistol that lends itself to shooting, being very shootable, but also having more firepower or more capability than your standard sidearm. So that's where like, 10 millimeter kind of came about. You had 5.7, potentially 7.62 by 25, or some of these larger, more capable pistol cartridges. Like, do they have a place at all? Like, are they just completely obsolete? Can we do anything with this concept that would be like applicable to the Minuteman? Or like, is this, just a super dead concept? The one last thing is like, that one company that made that pistol that could allegedly pierce through level 4 body armor. I forget who made that. It was some crazy Magnum cartridge that allegedly could do it, and it was in a semi-auto pistol. Somebody in chat probably knows. I want to say it was like FK Burno or something like that, but that's the general.
FK, the 7.5 FK.
Something like that. Something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I just remember they were like, oh, look, we made this piss-hot pistol round that pierces level 4 body armor. And it never went anywhere, like almost all of the armor-defeating pistol calibers, which, leads me to believe that maybe this is kind of an obsolete idea. But I was curious what you guys thought of, like, are there any situations where having, like, more than or up to 357 Magnum in a pistol is advantageous.
Bears and cougars.
Yeah. When you have four-legged threats, almost exclusively, I would say.
Hey, well, I want to keep the cougars around, all right, Bucky?
Yeah,
Let's
maybe we like that.
Yeah, maybe we like that, Bucky.
Like what late Paul Harrell said, buy her a drink.
What did he say?
He said,
Sorry, I missed it.
He
Buy
said,
her a drink.
Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, I was just, like, I was kind of doing some digging in YouTube, and, like, where, this kit pistol idea came around, or, like, a pistol that has more firepower, more capability than something that's just a sidearm. Like, is that ever actually practical? Like 10mm boys, come defend your honor on this one. Like, when/if ever is this something that, would have any role at all in like a prepared citizen, prepared Minuteman type situation?
I'd say like the pistol would be the primary for, like, just as a concealed carry firearm, or if it's like a situation where you can't really carry around a rifle, like either the rifle, like having an overt or open kit, or walking around with a long gun is too obvious or a problem, or that if you're in a confined space like a vehicle or so. But if it's going to be a primary weapon, then I've seen smaller weapons out there like the P90, which is significantly easier to use, has greater capacity than that of, like, say, a 5.7 handgun.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. What are your thoughts, OG? You said it kind of piqued your interest, or what rusty gears got turning.
Yeah, so I sort of talked about this with my I'm done with Chesterig's video, where I talked about
Okay.
the pistol belt as sort of like it is, like, in my opinion, a kit that you could run by itself. And does it need to be your EDC pistol? No, it doesn't need to be, but I mean, depending on what your EDC pistol is, then it certainly can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you run a full size or whatever, then there's nothing stopping you from, kitting that shit out and having a kit to sort of support it. You know what I mean? To make it reach its fuller potential, or a higher potential. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'd say like having a souped up secondary would be a good idea, and then that would augment a primary rifle. Or if you don't have a rifle or you cannot use a rifle, just having a souped up secondary. Where if you're like just patrolling around and just chopping firewood, or in the kitchen or whatever, the outdoor kitchen, nothing wrong with having like a full-sized 9mm, like 10mm handgun with a red dot sight and flashlight on it. But if you do have access to a rifle and there's no problem having that with you, and it's not too over encumbering, why not take it?
Yeah, I would agree with both things that were stated. I think that, especially for like the wholesome Chungus Minuteman, you might not always be rolling around in full kit, so having a belt set up, is like a first line gear that you can have while you are doing shooting of the bad guys activities is really nice. And rifles are going to be easier to shoot for sure. Is there any, do you think there's any value at all? There's a value proposition in having like a Magnum handgun or something larger or more capable than your everyday carry, more than like 9mm or 40, for those situations where, for whatever reason, you may not want a rifle, but you want your pistol to be more potent? Or do we think that's kind of a lost cause? I'm curious, kind of, what do you guys think on that?
I'd say for the most cases, unless you're like dealing with like the wilderness with like predators, I'd say it wouldn't necessarily be a thing. I mean, another thing is that there is a transitionary step depending on what type of everyday handgun you carry. Glock pattern handguns, for example, you can stash like magazines in your vehicle or in a backpack or so, 33 round magazines, which are reliable, relatively inexpensive, and can not concealable, could provide a great deal of firepower.
Just a nice thing to have. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with that. Just that's one of the biggest shortcomings with the pistol, is just the capacity. You know, it just doesn't match a rifle in that sense. So, I mean, if you could do that, then it's like, well, I guess that's not really as much of an issue anymore, right? Got a dono here from Wacky Waveable Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man. He says, Paul Harrell, watch a long stream win. Also, the FK Burno lives rent-free in my head since it's honestly the closest we'll get to a Fallout 3 New Vegas 10mm handgun in style and vibe.
Last I see.
Hell yeah. Goated pistol.
Hell yeah.
Now,
A certified classic.
now with that, like, with the exception of, like, say, like, you're out in the ranch hunting for predators or out in the wilderness, like, doing your own business on a hike or so, I find that truck guns or like, keeping a firearm within the vehicle, unless it's maybe in a bag, but there's a very low chance you'll use it, I find it to be dumb, and it opens yourself up to a great risk of vehicular burglary. Or that off-body carry when you do, like, the theft of a firearm.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of like the truck gun concept. I think there's definitely righter ways to do it, like actually securing it. Like one of Tom Flatermouse's homies, OG's Danger Show, I think it's his YouTube channel. He showed how he stores his truck gun, and it's an AR pattern rifle. I don't know if it's full length or not, but he basically had it like under his seats, and then handcuffed, like the handcuff went through the receiver and was attached to the frame of like the seat. And so now you can't put a magazine in it, you can't load it until you take it out, and then you obviously can't remove it from the vehicle without defeating the handcuffs or unlocking it. So I think there's ways to like do it in a less dumb way, and I'm sure some people have some niche scenarios or reasons why, you know, they have their truck gun. But yeah, I think it's very easy to just, you know, open yourself up to like having this gun that's in your vehicle that you may forget about, or that you're not taking inside every day. In so many cases, you just steal that if it's not secured.
Right. Like and truck gun, I don't just necessarily talk about transporting a long gun. Like, you know, you drive to the range, you go drive across country to go with your homies a few states over, like a training facility or whatever. However, you have to go do certain procedures and cautions, like ideally take the firearm with you and take it to your place of sleeping, or like keep it locked and secure, like as you mentioned, like take the frame or take the cases of it and then just try and secure that to actual like seat rails or hard structural points within the car and keep it out of sight.
Yeah, I when I did security work back home, I thought about having a truck gun in the event that we got like an active shooter threat at my site. And so, you know, like I tried to figure out some ways of how to like properly secure my rifle or my PCC in my vehicle for when I was doing that. But it ended up being just like, I don't really have a way that I'd like to secure the rifle in the vehicle. It's not super, if I do it in a very secure way, it's not very quick or rapid to get it. And it's, you know, if I'm not doing it in a secure way, then I have to take it inside every single day. And it's kind of a hassle to, you know, grab the big box I had it in that locked and bring it up into, you know, where I lived. So yeah, I think like transporting long gun, one thing, or maybe if you're one-off going into like a high threat environment for whatever reason, having plussed up on security if that's necessary. Sure, but to be like, yeah, this is my truck gun, it lives in my vehicle all the time. I'm like, it's just, you know, we're waiting for somebody
loot
to
drop.
just, you know, yeah, loot drop that shit, exactly. Legendary loot drop this man's vehicle.
Also, don't put any like gun stickers in the back of your truck, NRA stickers, gun stickers, the USCCA logo. Just leave it ideally unadorned, or maybe just a protect your local wildlife sticker at the very least. Or
coexist. Pull the bait and switch. They come to rob you, and they not today.
Oh, what's up, homie?
Hello,
Shalom, gamer.
I just got off work. You know, got my my doctor's robe. I'm an MD.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you specialize in?
Doctor MD, medical skills, putting humans back together after obliteration, that I usually do.
so you're like a
That I
Dr.
do.
Frankenstein then?
No, like a real doctor.
Oh, okay.
I didn't buy this on Amazon for $15 or $10 a day or two ago. You see, this is the interesting thing with psyops. You can just buy a doctor's cloak, and people take your word, whatever you say. I'll take this on a plane, and I bet you I'll get first class.
Is he pedigree maxing on us? Is he PhD maxing?
False pedigree maxing. It's the hottest new psyop. You gotta try it. Wearing scrubs, that's a little more low key, you know. And so people even doubt it less. It's like the whole key to getting away with stolen valor is telling people that you were like admin or supply or just a motor T. No one will second guess it.
Data entry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a 42 alpha. Yeah, nobody's gonna be like, this man's faking it.
It seemed like if it's if it's plausible, like if you're at like the Bass Pro Shop in your army uniform, but you're overweight, you have a specialist rank, and you don't claim to you're a SEAL or anything.
Yeah, that's the simple trick to getting away with stolen valor is literally just don't say that you were John Rambo and Master Chief's like prodigy who flunked out of the Navy SEALs for being too badass, and then moved up to like Delta
valor,
immediately.
you just can't steal too much.
Yes, exactly. Don't get greedy.
There are some people who have like what seems like a good background, but in practice they haven't done shit. Like Jack Adema, who he was actually was able to create this tactical security company, go all the way to Afghanistan on his own will and volition, and then fool NATO's forces, so like the French, the Swedish, saying that he was like some CIA operator.
Are you talking about Tora Borajak?
Yeah, him. And then he actually had a legitimate background for being trained as a Green Beret. He just got general discharge out, other than honorable discharge, out of the army.
Yeah, it was after like one enlistment or two, right?
Yeah, it was just only 2-3 years in federal service.
Isn't that kind of how Dan Bilzerian went through too?
And then after that, he did all this stuff, then went to Mexico, started banging trannies and hookers, and then gave AIDS to himself and his wife. And then he died from AIDS. The Uncle Oak, this Canadian, this Canadian.
Oh man,
Uncle Okie, the Uncle Okie, not Uncle Ogie, Uncle Okie.
Yeah, different.
He made a really good documentary on him.
I saw I think it was the Count Dankula video on it, and it was the amount of pedigree maxing. Oh man, credentialism and scientism. Those are like the worst religions in modernity. Like that's
never heard of that one.
Shotted half of society.
Yeah, if you have a plausible enough background that is verifiably true, you can go really, really far. So trench grenades is another one. E7 in the army, never deployed, and he would just either rip Doctrine or just rip other people's homework and then reformat it as his own video.
Which
oh yeah, Bones. Didn't you get a lot of indirect hate for a 9mm carbine video, but it turns out you don't sell patches or anything?
Yeah, no merch is being sold. Yeah, well, the whole internet decided, okay, that sounds really egotistical. I'm not going to say that. A lot of people on the internet became very interested when I dropped the PCC video. And all I'll say is a lot of people look to see what new videos smaller creators are dropping and doing similar videos. I'm not necessarily saying Trench specifically did that. I'm more upset with him making really bad gear recommendations and poor quality videos. But we can break into that if we want to. But that's more where my beef is with him.
Yeah, I feel the most annoying thing with Trench has just been his utter descent into clickbait maxing. It's to the point where I made a comment on some other YouTube channel, Slop Roach. It just was popping up in my feed. He goes over lol cows, and I made a comment about GunTube lol cows, and some normie was like, "There are lol cows with guns," and I was like, "Oh
boy, is there?"
They exist on Kiwi Farm. They exist on Kiwi Farm. Look at InRange TV. There's a huge ass 100-page
I listed him.
Spread.
Dude, it's so funny. Yeah, Trench Grenade. Oh, that clickbait. I feel like
And
there was
really
3 in a row where he really maxed it out, and it was like
Yeah,
him and his wife in the frame, and it was like we're done or something, and it was
Dude,
just some
yeah.
video about
we're getting divorced.
what was the video actually about? Because I didn't even watch it.
No, it was about
He
it
was
about
he
him,
was
like,
selling his truck. He was divorcing his truck. That's literally what it was. Like the most like
Yeah.
high definition possible of clickbait is what Trench done or state of the world urgent emergency, and I'm
I
like,
thought it
bro,
was,
dude,
I
like
thought it was like
don't you
oscillating
know nothing
between,
ever happens.
like loving like X thing and then like hating X thing, then finding X thing is good and bad, to find X thing is bad and good. But no, X thing is actually like good now or bad now. Who knows? Yeah, but
Yeah,
gotta
he's
go
flipped
find out
off.
in the newest video.
My new theory on
Yeah.
Trent. My new Trent's theory is that he is he got transferred out of being a drill instructor or a drill sergeant instructor, and now he's working with PSYOP to feed black pills to people by putting urgent in everything so that everyone thinks nothing ever happens.
Yeah, it's like even like in both like the United States intelligence community, like in their intelligence reports, as well as or U.S. military to intelligence reports, and then you have stuff that is parallel but open source. So you got S2 Underground, myself, and then we set precedent. So routine, which is ordinary stuff. Priority, which is, hey, this is more interesting. Check it out. Immediate, there's a immediate threat. There is a clear and impending threat that will happen in the future. And then there's flash where it's like, hey, our base is being rocketed right now, or hey, our commander got shot, or hey, our big boss is now like in the subject of a terroristic ambush. And like S2 hasn't put anything as a flash precedence. The only time he's really done immediate would be immediate attack on a sovereign country at a first strike by the United States, or someone like high up getting injured or targeted. The only time I've ever done immediate would be...
I've only seen priority recently, and like twice throughout the year.
Yeah, and like for immediate on my own end, I did it just because there was an Antifa guy who is a individual of interest for murdering someone with a rifle, and then was making threats towards the president of the United States for an upcoming event the day after.
Many such cases.
But priority would be like, like a huge organization went defunct and then went back up again, a like new change in leadership, the radically new approach, or some interesting yet new development that is more than just the wash and the routine and the regular noise.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
You'll have that. Fucking
Yep.
Yeah, no, the clickbait
Yeah, I need
stuff's
something to
kinda...
sip for my yups.
Shit.
Gotta get sports drink. Gotta show off sports drink.
Consume sports
Dude,
drink.
yeah, wait, hang on. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Can't see the flavor. Baja Blast is no more.
Baja Blast is kill.
Yeah. I got the relic. Oh. Bucky died too?
Yep, I think. Is he?
The game crashed, Bones crashed out, Bucky's, well, his video went
Bucky
down.
just probably walked away for a second.
We're getting drone strikes.
We're getting, this is it,
I'm
boys.
back in Iraq, dude.
What's going on?
What's happening to me?
Yeah, no, the game crashed, but it's good now. Or at least for now.
Cool.
But Mr. Jim, fucking, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm here in my garage. The kids are in bed. I was able to get them to bed a little bit early. They understood. They understand the grind and the lark.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's all you could really hope for, right? Some familiar support.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah. I was
go ahead.
was playing around doing peeking corners with my my 2-year-old. He now loves peeking corners and yelling bang. So that's cool.
Pick the gun up, you asshole. What's going on?
What game is it?
This is Metro 2033.
Oh, the new one.
No. I'm
Yeah,
playing the first one.
Oh, okay, you are. So I had that downloaded. There's like 3 of them, right?
Yes.
I bought all 3. I can't remember when. I think it was when I was deployed, and I pulled this stupid idea that I was going to practice my Russian, which is almost gone by now, I'm sure. But I put the game's subtitles and voice to Russian, so that I would be, this is going to help me practice. And then it just made me stop playing really quick. So
hell yeah.
Too much brain power needed. I just went to Spec Ops: The Line.
I honestly have not played that game one time. I've heard nothing but good things.
It's good.
So.
Yeah. I know it's probably kind of a Reddit, like, oh, it's so dark. But
yeah, it's so
cool.
deep.
Yeah, it's so deep. In war, you kill people. And sometimes there's casualties in civilian side. It's like, yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, compared to, like other games out there, I guess,
I think it was ahead of its time in terms of its story and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was really cool.
I mean, like adapting the classics into video games has always been a very interesting take to interpret it. You got Spec Ops Lag coming from the Heart of Darkness and what's that one Vietnam movie?
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now. And then you have Moby Dick, and it turns into the Metal Gear Solid series.
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know that.
No, like they're like in Moby Dick, you have your protagonist, but the story is actually about Captain Ahab. In Metal Gear, you're playing a snake, but the story is actually about Ocelot.
Yeah.
Is Ocelot a Griffith character?
I don't think so. He's not an antagonist.
I mean, he kind of is, but he's not like a bad person. Like he'd be like the main opponent or main enemy, but he doesn't. There's a bigger bad out there. He's just trying to do 5D chess on everybody.
Yeah, I never played through the Metal Gear games. Big regret, I guess.
I played 5. 5 was fun.
Yeah, I had 5 at one point. I think I lost the console that it was attached to or something. I don't know, console, sorry. It's my last console that I had.
Too tough.
But
made it.
I'm on PC now.
Not going to show it on stream, but I did build a replica of the Patriot pistol, so it's basically a 7-inch AR-15 with a smooth handguard and an M16A1 upper receiver. No front sights. No beta C-mag, and it had keyholes. And I've recreated the details correctly, even the keyhole part.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, just use it. Just use the cheapest crap, like a barrel from Bear Creek, and then it just where the rifle just rode itself out after 300 rounds of mag dumped in it.
Just spun a steel brush in the barrel, up and down for a day straight. just fucking smooth out the rifling.
Smooth bore, so that the feds can't track my rifle based on the rifling.
Wasn't that an upper, or a gun that was sold? It was sold as an AOW, and it was basically like an SBR, not SBR, because fucking it had a smooth bore.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so
I don't remember what company that was, but it's a pretty big one.
It was based off of the Rocky Mountain Arms Patriot pistol, which was a copy of LaFrance M16K, which is like a shortened M16A1 where they have they soldered on or welded on a front sight to the carry handle. Okay. So the sights are actually usable.
No
and
shit.
then before that, there was the Bradley port firing weapon.
Yes, that one I remember. I couldn't imagine. I almost wanted to buy one of those because I'm oh, it was cool. Fucking ATF fucking let us have something somewhat cool. And but people were they're yeah, no, it keyholes after 30 yards. You know what I'm saying? It's almost immediately. And I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of sick because you still get decent velocity, and to my understanding, like the reviews that I watched on it and stuff like that, they it was like accurate enough, you know, within fucking 50 to 100 yards or something like that. Like it would still have like a at like 100 yards it would have like a 4 or 5 inch group, which, you know, on paper sounds like hot stinky dog shit, but and you know, for like a stabilized bullet, that is bullshit. But you know, fucking if you guys remember, you know, how a bullet fragments is when it reaches 90% yaw when it strikes a target. So you got to think that that bullet probably fucking fragments like on impact. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's keyholing.
Yeah. I remember, so in Russia, they have some weird law where, like, the civilian gun ownership has to be, I think, smoothbore for a rifle. And so I want to say there's, I think Sega has, like, smoothbore. Smoothbore.
Yeah, Saiga and Vepr would have like hunting rifles, like AK pattern rifles, and 3.66 caliber, where the muzzle brake would be the rifling, right?
No shit.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, I didn't know that.
What's happening to me?
Yeah, God forbid that population, which has animals the size of, you know, super mutants, you know, God forbid they have guns to protect themselves while walking to the store.
Literally.
But I mean, again, like distance decay. So I studied a lot of like Russian history and stuff in the past. And once you go outside of like the European side of Russia, the ability of like the police to have any kind of authority fades so quickly. In the like their version of the Appalachians, their version, like the whole Asiatic side, it's just anarchy, and there's like armored cars filled with old Soviet weaponry just being like bussed around between different criminal organizations.
No shit.
It's damn cool.
It's
I saw
sick.
there's a video of like 2 Russian police. They stopped a guy because like his taillights were out or something silly like that. Asked the guy for his license, and he's like, no. And they're like, all right. So they go back, open the back door. They see a pile of like AKs, like 3 feet high. Close the doors. And they're like, bye, dude. Have a good time.
Never mind.
Not screwing with that.
Or see a story where it's like a good citizen found like a few crates of rifles like missing, and then and then he returns it to the police. So it would be like everything minus 1 rifle.
Wake up, people! People, wake up!
But hey, he's a good citizen and turned it to the police, so who cares?
Yeah.
There's a little finder's fee.
Of course. Man, why can't those things happen here? All of our surplus weaponry just gets sold off to like friggin' Sudanka and Chibabia and, you know, third world countries. It's like there are loving Americans who would treat those beat up old passed around M4s and M16s with care and love, you know, and you're giving them to some guy who's gonna bang it on the ground to get his, you know, MRE open, or not MRE, whatever the third world version of that is. It's like, it should have gone to me.
It should have been me.
It should have been me.
There was a public surplus listing where like rifle racks got sold, like M16 rifle racks. But they came with a bunch of M16A2s, and immediately they got reported. The purchaser of those racks called the police. So they took it back.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's bound to happen, but...
Yeah. Many such cases. Won't have anything fucking cool.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, like my grandpa, he bought, when they were phasing out the, it was probably way beyond that, but when they were just loading the army up with new M1 Garands, they were dumping off all the Springfields, and he got one for $15, which I don't know how the inflation translates to now. It was like the 50s, but that's still a steal, I think. And then I think the same thing happened with an M1 carbine, where once they were getting rid of those, they just started dumping them off to the civilian market. And it's like, they don't do that anymore. They don't love us like that anymore.
They don't fuck with us like that. It's tragic.
No, they don't.
Dude, I would fucking shoot ropes if I had an actual GI M1 carbine.
Yeah, my uncle got it, but that's fine. He's a devil dog. So
I mean, American rifles these days, like World War II era ones, are just ridiculously expensive now. Like people would just abuse a CMP, get 600 buckaroonies. Like one would cost 600 buckaroonies, or the value of 600 iced teas or so, than just try and like flip it at gun shows and just ruin the program for everyone.
Yep, that's what happens. They're good at that.
I gotta do a video just walking around at a gun show. I'm pretty sure that's probably not allowed because that would be peak content. But
you need to get yourself like one of those 180 or 360 cameras and just hide it.
Yeah,
or meta glasses.
Or the Google glasses and just walk around haranguing boomers at gun shows.
Dude, it's honestly, if you don't take it seriously, like if you go into a gun show knowing that you're not gonna like get anything, it is actually a lot of fun to just like walk in there and just like fucking rage bait boomers and shit like that are like trying to sell shit for way too much. It's a fucking solid time. I'd recommend it to anybody.
I just go full autism, like look at the table, just look at the price tags and just walk away. Don't engage, don't make eye contact, don't say anything, just look at the price tags and then just walk away.
Yeah, dude.
Or at least some extra ammo. Here.
Yeah.
To you, Artyom.
Look at the prices and be like, huh, what is M1 grand? Very cool, very cool. Oh, $2,000, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back here when you're dead and Linda is selling it off for $500.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't go to the gun show to buy anything. You fucking you go there to try and chase what's it called? Estate sales.
Yeah.
Well, like, so where are you from, man? Where do you live? You know, like some old guy at a table. It's just like, oh yeah, that's cool. What neighborhood do you live in? You just like check up on it periodically.
That's good.
Although the one
collectors hate this
gun
one simple trick.
Like Middle Eastern guns, so like your Ottoman and Persian Mausers are still like a great value. SKSs of any variety, especially Chinese, they're great as well.
Oh,
and prices. Yeah,
Chinese.
I got like a Russian one for like the same value as a Chinese one. It's like the only thing that was different was that it was just import marks, but that was it. It had the original sling. It had all parts are as matched as the arsenal would allow it. So it was re-arsenalized. Some parts were like electro-stenciled over, but it was done by a professional arsenal. And I took that out for a competition for the first time. Didn't even zero it, and I somehow beat people with AR-15s and optic sight 9mm. I was rocking like a 1960s Chinese bandolier. The flap holster was a Tokarev shoved into it, and I even have like a Chinese army uniform.
Hell yeah!
You want to hear the most retarded competition shoot story I've ever heard?
Go ahead.
So there was a shoot in San Antonio that my brother-in-law was doing. It was just some local range, but it was rifles, and it was the real close, USPSA type shoots, but just with ARs. Like nothing was like more than a 15 or 10 meter target. And there was one guy who entered with a Marlin 336 lever gun.
Hell yeah!
And so they did him a favor and said, we're going to put you in your own division. And he was the only guy there, so naturally he was going to get first place. But,
familiar.
That just, no prize, no, it's just a participation trophy. And,
I said, it sounds familiar. If you know, you know.
I don't. I was actually going to say, so when cycling the target, or the rounds for this, beautiful 30-30 lever gun in ridiculous CQB, distances. The man with this rifle was using Monarch Academy 30-30 because he was cheap. He was a poor, cheap college student at the time.
Hell yeah.
And it was like 10 or 20 cents a round cheaper for, a single action weapon. But the brass, I guess Russians don't deal with 30-30 obviously because they don't have anything that shoots that, and so the cartridges were expanding in the chamber. The brass was expanding in the chamber to where I had to wrench the lever open on my hip to eject it. And so this was the biggest clown show, and this was the first competition that I ever actually entered. And I just showed up with him. Like, he invited me because I was in town, and I was like, all I've got on me is a lever gun. And he's like, oh, you just bring it. They're cool. And I looked like the biggest retard in the range, man. Every single round, minus like 2 or 3, I had to unshoulder, put into my hip, and like, I think at one point I had to like trap it in my shoulder and then wrench it open like that. And I was like, man, I need to stop using these rounds. They're gonna like blow up my barrel or something.
Man.
But yeah, don't buy Monarch 3030 if they still make it. Long story short.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, I think they're either Russian or Turkish.
Yeah. It's Academy Sports and Outdoors, like budget label brand that they import, and it says Serbia, but I'm pretty sure it's, you know, like manufactured in Russia. But it was before we had the import ban, so this was I think 2015 when I did that. Dude, that was retarded. Yeah, don't go to a AR CQB competition shoot with a lever gun. It'll just wind up embarrassing. And if you do that, don't bring Serbian garbage rounds that aren't, you know, that no one has actually ran through a 30-30.
Hell yeah.
That was, yeah. I don't think I've actually ran any competitions since then either. I've been trying to get into like doing some USPSA around me. I'm in Fort Worth, so there's plenty around me.
Mm-hmm.
Just haven't gotten into it yet, but you know, definitely taking the Glock or something. Not my 30-30.
Be careful. There's tactical shooting solutions and training. Like they seem to be a cool range. I've never been there, but there's like enemy paramilitary that shows up from time to time. So be careful and maybe wear level 3 armor.
Are you talking about ETTS?
Yeah.
I think they're in Waxahachie.
Yeah,
I heard
exactly.
they were really cool. Are they? What do you mean by like?
They're really cool, but I keep on seeing
Okay.
like from like the Reddit, like the subreddits, like the ones where like the bad people are at, the ones that 2A for us, so we can like make you the temporary wall stare or hole digger type of organizations. And they end up like showing up to that. So be careful.
Will do. Yeah, there's another indoor range that's pretty close that does pistol stuff. It's funny. I heard y'all talking earlier about with. I didn't know that you had to use a 16-inch barrel for any PCCs. And so I saw this old guy show up. Everyone else was. I mean, these targets. I think 7 meters was like the furthest target, and in the whole shoot. And this guy had a 16-inch barrel AR PCC with, you know, I think it was like a Holosun on top or something like that. And dude, it was just crazy. Like he flew through it, but it's like, man.
Yeah, because for like those competitions, like looking at the official rule book, individual ranges may like slip something through at their own discretion, or like just let something slide. But as far as I'm aware, like PCSL would allow braced firearms, but USPSA and IDPA would specifically prohibit braced firearms, but would allow registered short barrel rifles.
Okay.
But unless they change the rule books, but last time I checked, that was the case.
Yeah, that's almost reasonable. I've been thinking about registering upgrading my my 5.56 pistol to a SBR, but I don't know. You know, like the brace doesn't bother me that much.
I mean, it has its own can of worms of it being treated as a rifle, but also treated as an NFA item, which means if you go out of state with it, you need to go like ask the ATF beforehand. All the stuff that NFA items still go through.
Yeah, and you can't, once you NFA it with the stock, you can't just put the brace back on and pretend like it's not an NFA item, right?
No, it's permanently an NFA item right now, and then if you were to sell or transfer or like dispose of it, you'd have to go through more additional rules and law and go follow additional laws.
Which probably isn't that much of a problem because like a true gun autist, I can't let my guns go, but that's okay. I thought about selling that 3030 we were talking about earlier, just because I bought it for like 350 or something a long time ago, and I was looking around at prices, and now they're all like, or at least when I was looking like 2 years ago, they were all like $800 or something. And so I had considered the option of selling it and getting a 4570, but I just couldn't let it go. This is my first rifle.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my 3030 Marlin 336 every day. I wish I still had it. It was such a cool like utility rifle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lightweight, fucking simple, cool. It's cool more than anything.
Very fun, yeah. The rounds have gotten. It's a travesty what's happened to like all the Magnum pistol calibers and 3030 and like rounds like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Cat's out of the bag.
4570 was. Yeah, just enough people aren't buying them, I think, is the problem, you know.
Yeah.
And so like you look at the rounds that either have like surplus floating around, like 9mm 5.56, 308 even, and then you look at like 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 30 4570, and there's just, I think my theory is that there's just such a little market for it.
Yeah.
That, and again, like I cry about, oh, it's, you know, almost $2 a round for 3030, but at the same time, I'm not mag dumping 30 rounds of 3030 in 10 seconds. So
Right.
silver line.
Yeah. Totally. I don't think there's really gonna be like another fucking sort of what you call it, like, hey, this is super cheap fucking and fun to shoot and actually effective, you know what I mean? The closest we're gonna get to that anymore is just the basic 9mm, you know what I mean? Which I think maybe is why PCCs are as popular as they are, is that they are just like cheap to shoot, and 9mm got some love to give in terms of velocity out of longer barrels and stuff like that, without like, you know, having crazy overstabilization or anything like that. So I see the point, you know. I see the special sauce, as it were. So I'm considering doing it just to have it, just because it's like, I mean, you know, you can get a 1,000 rounds for fucking cheap. You know what I'm saying? All things considered. Oh shit.
200 to 250 bucks.
Right. Yeah, it's like that's awesome. I'll fucking take that all day. Even, you know, obviously it's not the best as it's always been in terms of. Oh my God! Jesus Christ in heaven!
Or the thing.
Fucking scared the shit out of me, dude. Fuck.
Did you open up Ammo Seek?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Fuck,
No,
God,
I remember seeing the some older videos of guys talking about like the golden days of 7.6239, when that was just everywhere for cheap. When people were just trying to give you, people were just trying to get
was
in
that?
cans.
Yeah, like get like Narenko steel core,
Yeah.
and a lot of it would be also like clipped ammunition too. And then now it's like really difficult to go and find like good clips now for like SKSs or like CZ 50
Yeah.
yards. I end up like having to buy a bunch of Serbian corrosive ammunition, like from like Yugoslavia back then, and the ammo still works fine. I just need to go and like douse the rifle in like hot water and ballistol just to like not rust it out. But then like those things now are drying up, so now like the only like viable calibers right now for like high volume use are just 5.56, 9mm.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
And I've actually, the one odd place that I've had luck for ammo, and I have to assume it's because I live in an area with a lot of old people, but there's a pawn shop nearby that I guess, like their rifles, for the most part, all, you know, like 90% of what you pay MSRP. But their ammo, for some reason, they're just not paying attention at all to like modern prices. I guess it's just too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And so
selling it as whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got they had a bunch of I know, don't crucify me. Tula 7.6251 that I use sometimes for my Setme, which, you know, old battle rifle, she can take it.
She's
I
worth
bought
it.
that shit. Yeah, I bought that stuff a couple months ago for less than $10 for a box of 20. And I was just like, well, how many boxes you got? And they're like, we're done. And I was like, all right, yeah, just give me all of them.
Dude,
yeah, they have a ton of Tula 5.56, which is...
I found up in Wisconsin, like rural Wisconsin, like up by the border, there was a gas station, if you could believe it, a gas station that was selling ammo.
I do.
And fucking they were selling 7.62x3.9 for like fucking pre-COVID prices. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. I'm like, hell yeah.
One of the luckiest finds I found lately is when I was like taking a carbine course over at Gunsight. They're trying to clear out Tula 223 for 300 a case.
Bro.
Snagged a couple. And then I discovered that modern rifles don't really like steel case ammunition that well, so you need to like take a spray bottle of CLP and then just douse the chamber with like till it's like dripping wet. Otherwise, you get stuck casings and ripped rims.
Huh. I wasn't getting that. I actually, same place, I got some Tula 223. So, but, you know, she's been eating it.
Let her
No
eat.
complaints.
Yeah, like for my practice regimen, I end up just using the cheapest ammunition that isn't going to blow up my gun. So, and the only time I'd limit to a particular ammo type is the range I'm at won't allow me to use green tip or use like Russian steel case.
Yeah.
Or if I'm doing more long distance shooting, defensive ammunition, of course, I would use good quality ammunition. Green tip, or when I had free is fine. But just for shooting at cardboard like 7 yards away with a rifle, you don't really need much.
Yeah. 22 tracers with an FRT CMMG conversion kit in the rifle, and you just kind of mag dump into the burglar, you know, so that the wounds cauterize themselves. It's always a kind thing to do.
It's kind.
He's got all these glowing wounds. Yeah.
How the fuck do I?
There was one video of a guy shooting a 22 with an FRT into a hog. I don't know how YouTube's algorithm is so inconsistent, but there's just like a dead hog on the ground, and he just into it. It looked like
no, just label it as video game footage. That's it.
Yeah, that's
really.
I've actually thought about doing it.
I'd call it like a Call of Duty 2019 loadout gun.
Yeah, I ran I think it's still up, but I just never check it. I have a TikTok account that I was trying to upload stuff to just to see if it would kind of help grow, and I just labeled everything as a 1980s American TV show, Jim Eagle. Episode there. American action hero TV show, Jim Eagle.
I seem to have beaten it by calling everything airsoft. It's kind of an easy go-to for me. I got a couple donos here. From Calico Republic for $2. He says, watching while making a new Glock 19X upper. Very pog. Please fucking like, are you saying stock one or are you upgrading? And then Calico again for $2. He says the gun shop in Wild Rose, Wisconsin has $7.99 a box Tula. Dude, chat, write that down. Write it down.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. This is
I mean the Tula situation's weird because it's not like any new stuff is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of floating and it's dead in the water. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have people like price comparisons to make, but it's kind of retarded because you could just compare it to any other surplus 5.56 or 7.62. I don't know. Boomers, am I right?
Oh shit.
I know what I got, and then it's actually like really good steel crates in the Renko for like 50
Finally
cents.
turned around on.
And then in his mind, he's like, "Yeah, I made a big buck. I made a big profit off of this."
We
But
got
then
him.
like, no, this is actually a pretty decent deal nowadays.
Yeah, I know. Maybe to humor these guys at like gun shows or wherever that you're getting these like steals. Like as you're making the purchase, be like, oh my gosh,
Wow!
you're violating
Thank you!
me. You're violating my wallet. Just give it to them. You know, they want that. The boomers, it keeps them happy. You got to, in their dying years, their golden years, you just got to fork up the play the role.
Man, Virginia. Yeah, it turned into a place that's now worse than Maryland, which surprises me.
Yeah, I thought Virginia had all these rednecks there. You know, my old platoon sergeant was from Virginia. He was a cool guy. Hick as they come. His catchphrase was he would rant about something all angry, and he'd turn around and someone shit me out of dip can.
Shit me
Good
out
guy.
of dip can.
Yep, good guy, old Larry.
I knew a guy he'd be like, man, well, fuck me to pieces. Like, what the fuck does that even mean, dude?
No, sir. Rank. I can't.
Yeah, I don't.
Ask first sergeant to do it. Did y'all have where your platoon would call your platoon sergeant dad and then platoon CO mom?
Oh yeah.
That was always fun. Now we have COs of companies that are women.
Full
The
of
hell's
women.
with that?
What the hell is
Women
that?
in my beloved Corps?
Not my army.
Not my beloved Corps.
Fuck no, brother. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I remember seeing the first. It was like I think a couple of classes after I went through boot camp. They did no. It was like years later, but I was still in. They started integrating the boot camp platoons, or not platoons, companies, and so like each squad bay was still all male or all female, but it was a staircase away from each other, and so of course. Immediately after they rolled that out, there started being happenings in the shower rooms. So bad news.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are you saying that in basic
It's like
this
the
was
military
happening?
never learned.
You're saying in basic this was happening?
Yeah, in San Diego is I think I don't remember if Lejeune was integrated before we were, but that's when they just threw caution in the wind, and they at least used to have separate companies, so it was like a whole separate building.
That would make
like you're not going to
sense,
see
you know.
little boots run
right.
around.
Yeah, because when I went through basic training, it'd be like a company would be both integrated female and male soldiers, as well as cadre.
Dang. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was the last cycle before they introduced women into the infantry.
Yeah, it's like on paper, they technically allow girls into the infantry and the Marine Corps, but I think it's still like you can kind of count on like two hands the amount that have really like been in for any consistent amount of time without having major issues. So during SOI, our infantry school, we were chatting up the instructors a little bit during like some downtime. And they were joking about how we had just done like the screener test, which is super easy. It's designed just to get anyone out who's like totally unfit for the job.
Yeah.
But they call it Wook test because Wooks are, this female Marines. And they're like, oh yeah, no, for y'all it's a simple test, right? It's you hold press a Mark 19 over your head.
Mm-hmm.
You drag a dummy through some like zigzag course, and the dummy weighs almost nothing, and then you clear a like 4-foot wall while wearing your plate carrier and Kevlar. And we're like, yeah, it's easy, right?
It's
they're
like not shit.
Yeah, and they're like, no, that's the Wook test because women can't make it through.
It's still too hard.
When I was in basic training, it was like one of those cycles where it like starts off in the autumn and graduates over in the spring. And then one of the so there'd be like Christmas, so you can take advanced leave to like go leave for Christmas. And then, so when everyone came back, and then like there'd be thing, like training out there, like going down the confidence tower, or going down a rappel wall, or something that involves like obstacles and like moving your body in certain ways to clear obstacles. And it turns out like the female soldiers, like at least one of them got pregnant and failed the pregnancy test. And it turns out like the likely dad was another recruit in a sister platoon.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like that's a great way. That's a great way to just screw up your career like 2 months in.
Oh yeah.
Well, for who? You know, for both of them, or just
Both
so
of
we
them.
had in MCT, which is the Pogue combat school. They share like the same area. I think they're in the 52 area as well of Pendleton. And there was some girl who went through when we were there. We just heard about it because we had some buddies from boot camp who were going through there, and this girl got. I don't think she got pregnant, but she got caught hooking up with one of the combat instructors who was a staff sergeant. And this guy had been in, he's like 27 or 29 years old or something. She was like 19, fresh out of high school, you know. And he got, well, he was married too. So he absolutely got like knocked down a peg. And I think, like legitimately so. You shouldn't be doing that. But his career was like throttled over that. And she just got moved to a different company.
Dude.
They're like, you're good.
Just, unreal.
Yeah, man.
It's actually bullshit.
It's Wook anarchy in the Marine Corps. They go out into the field. I know they're kind of cringe, but like Vet TV, you remember them?
Yeah.
They had some skit on that where it was like some woman in a deployment or like a long ITX where she was like not ideal, and she walks out and she's like, you, I'll take you.
Oh my
and
god.
They're like, oh, I would never. And she's like, give me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks in the field.
That's field pussy.
Black pill. I saw it in real life. I saw
it firsthand. It's real. Like the rapidly lowering standards. Oh fuck.
Yo.
Yeah. You'd think that it'd be like a major discipline issue. The what's it called? I don't remember the specific word I was going to use, but the absolute breakdown in like good order and discipline with the rampant fraternization that I've seen anytime
downward
the team
spiral
go around.
Like in my advanced training, there was the holdovers, so like the soldiers who did not make the cut, so they just get like held in purgatory until they get their paperwork processed, so they end up like either transferring to a different MOS or get transferred out of the military. And one of the female ones was actually like was caught like doing one of the cadre,
bro.
And both of them were like in serious trouble. And the cadre was like I say, like a very similar story, like married man.
Dude, just say no.
Yeah.
How come they never had a DARE program for that? Actually, they did. I'm pretty sure they told us all the time.
Say no to pub.
Yeah, my catchphrase in the barracks, I had like 3, and one of them was "Don't feed the wooks," and no one ever listened to Jim Eagle. Nobody listened to me.
Why would they?
Although in my own experience is that once, like a deployment, not like the combat overseas deployment, but deployment overseas to like say Korea or Germany or like Kuwait or so, is that generally I've seen like I think it's because there would be an actual mission to do. There's an adversary like the North Koreans or whatever, is that the soldiers themselves, like there'd be greater unit cohesion, higher morale, and people aren't as likely to fuck around or like fuck up.
Oh fuck! Come on, bro. Help me out here.
Yeah, that might be the case.
But especially in like garrison, like stateside garrison, especially in a training environment, there'd be like people stuck in purgatory, and especially like those who do not have the privilege to be called a Marine or a soldier or wherever, then they start going crazy because they end up like not necessarily having liberties, or they don't be trusted, so they end up just going stir crazy. And then some of the cadre where a lot of them would be viewed as like not a great assignment, and then they end up like be like, oh, there's a lot of young people over here, maybe I can get something out of that.
Phil Kucherful for $2. He said, and they get pregnant to not deploy. By the way.
Yes, that's a huge one, man.
Big.
Which, like, why do you not want to deploy if you're? I mean, that's what so many people like strive to do.
For
I don't
VA
get the.
disability money after 3 years.
I don't know.
But you can get that anyway, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean, you
I've
can do
been
that either way.
Yeah.
I've been deployed out in Korea, and
I did the same thing.
they.
You got pregnant?
I got pregnant. Yeah.
It was brown, about 9 inches long, but and a bit runny too. But no, like I was like, Garrison Medical wasn't that good unless you're in like Medicom or in like that one naval base that they take care of the president if he gets hurt. It is that like I ended up like being like in an injured, like a fucked up state of disabilityness and injuredness. They're like, no, we can't let you be around here. You need to go back to stateside and get like processed down. Like, oh, and they're asking like, why are you here? Like, why are you deployed out here? Because I'm competent at my job and the Army gave me orders to come here.
Crazy concept. Speaking of disability and being a scumbag, fucking, I got my VA disability upgraded finally.
Oh, congratulations.
Dude, fucking, yeah, man, I'm sitting at 70% now.
That's good. I mean, keep in mind is that you also like, depending on how many dependents you have, that also like is additional money that should go towards helping your family.
Oh yeah. No, I with my back, how fucked up it is. I'm not planning, or I'm not planning, but I'm not expecting to make it to retirement age for my pension. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to cash out early. Like I'm not gonna be able to stay working in my tools. Couple more don't. What the fuck was going on? How did I die? From what? I was just standing there. The fuck?
The donos got you.
Yeah.
The donos got you.
Shit.
Yeah. You're being stream sniped.
I know. Any of the void. $5, he says, when I was stationed in Germany, the chick across from me was sleeping with everyone in the unit. We were all fresh out of AIT.
Dude.
Continued in part 2. Oh boy, part 2 coming.
Oh.
Wacky wavable inflatable arm flailing tube man for $20. He says, thank you for that. Thank you. He says, I remember being PP. What the fuck is that? I remember being PP at SOIE. And I had a female student, working party, getting a little too chummy with me. Even had other working party warn me after the fact to stay away from her because she was a problem wook.
Many such cases.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
No, yeah, that's, I think what he's talking about is when you
I got pissed, by the way.
either when you're waiting for your SOI class to start, there's like a holding area, or if you get like injured, you have to like get cycled into another class. You go and just get slaved out to working parties 24/7. And that is quite a purgatory. Man, the stories I've heard from people in there, it's like you get chased around the barracks by like some nut job with a knife. And they wake you up at odd hours to like do random working parties for stupid crap. And the whole time you're getting told that you're a piece of shit because you're lazing around and not going to your course yet. It's like, well, I'm waiting for it to start. I got to go straight from boot leave to SOI, so I like that.
Those holdovers get very vicious. Like one time, like they get tasked out to like op for detail and made up a stand.
Yeah. Well, that stuff I heard was pretty fun, but
no,
it depends on the line.
Relatively fun, but like one of them was so vicious. Like I ended up like either tripping and falling over, or played dead and fell over, and then one shot me in the dick at near contact distance, and it somehow bypassed or went underneath my flap of my vest. The groin.
Sim rounds?
Yeah, it fucking hurts.
Well, yeah. I took a sim round to the neck once, and that was quite an experience. It's fun, but those sting.
It's literal cock and ball torture.
Yeah, no, I put our like Green Monster, our little knowledge notebooks that we had.
Oh, like the Skillcraft book or
yeah. We had shoved like each of us took 2 of them and put them in our front of our trousers and like wrenched the belt down to use as like a make-piece cock guard for the dude. I was not taking a sim round and getting full disability for infertility. Hell no, that wasn't gonna happen.
I mean, I know a guy who got got like an additional bump in VA disability because he was carrying like a M16 rifle rack with another soldier, and to like secure, like the most secure way of the arms room is to make the most pain in the ass way to access it. So they're going down. So he's at the lower part. They're going down the stairs to the basement. The one of the soldiers like slipped, and then like the rifle rack like just crushed his balls.
Whoa. Government-sponsored CBT.
Yeah, and then another. Then I was like in a medical unit and doing staff duty with a staff sergeant or first class, and his leg was like in multiple pieces and he couldn't walk. He just sits around, so I have to do all the work, but I'm not upset at him or upset at the armor or anything. But how he ended up like that, he was like trying to like load a vehicle or load cargo into a vehicle, and those large like canisters for like mortar rounds or Mark 19 linked explosive ammunition, and then one of them like fell off of a shelf or fell off a vehicle, landed on the sergeant's leg, and like completely like shattered his bones. Like he could still keep his leg, but it's just powderized, fractured bones.
Yeah, we had a guy who he was a senior to my seniors, and I met him at Planetside what's it called, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu in Oceanside, and just MMA, you know, hanging out. And he was like, "Oh, you're 3-1? That's cool." And he was like, "Yeah." So I was 3-1, and he's telling me this story that I had heard before from my seniors. They were talking about, "Oh yeah, our senior got screwed over," and he was in the 31st MU, where they just go out through the Pacific and hit a bunch of different, like, you know, ports to train and stuff with allies. He got hit with a 7.62 round in the calf, and it flew through. You know, took a bunch of meat off and fractured one of his bones. Immediately, the Marine Corps' response was, "Oh shit, search that guy's barracks back home." And so they did that, and they found some kind of like steroids in his barracks rooms. And they were like, "All right, so here's the deal," and they like, you know, twisted his arm into getting, you know, like getting him out of the advantageous situation of, "You guys shot me in the leg. What are you going to do for me?" Dude, peak Marine Corps administrative behavior. But yeah, it was supposed to be overhead fire, and he took one to the calf.
Speaking of Marines, like I don't know if the website's defunct, but it's like a more demoralized version of Terminal. Oh no. Oh no, he disappeared. The void got him. Now what? Wait, OG, you're muted.
Thank you. I'm still getting used to this mic. A couple donations here. Wacky waveable inflatable arm flailing tube man. PP equals permanent personnel. Got it. Also heard one story from some working party of a guy getting quote-unquote jumped in the shower by 2 other Marines. And yes, this was Lima medical/legal company. Yikes. I need the void for $5. He says, YouTube is blocking me from sending the rest. I'll DM it on Discord. Yeah. They don't want you to send in long stories.
Elite ball knowledge.
Yeah.
Elite ball knowledge is too powerful for YouTube.
Israel cannot allow you to share this fucking ball knowledge with us. The elites.
Yeah. Things can be, the green weenie can be literal cock and ball torture.
Yeah. It's good for that. I fucking, dude. I remember I got an Article 15 one time. Because, oh shit. What was that? I got an Article 15 one time because when I was in 25th ID, jungle school was like a new thing, right? Like it wasn't even an accredited school for the army, so it's like the first like 2 cycles, the guys that got their tabs, they had to retake the fucking class and to actually get their tab to wear it and get it on their like NCOERs and shit like that. And okay, I will check DM right now. Finish the story real quick. So, jungle school, you know, they send me to go. Hawaii, by the way, like 25th ID was like this fucking duty station where we were like the fucking guinea pigs for a lot of testing new stuff. Not like fucking, you know, weird shit like oh, like they were injecting us with green goo. You know, like it wasn't any of that.
I want to check out these new contract hot weather uniforms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got first dibs on, you know, the jungle camis and shit like that, which was super cool. And we also had jungle school, which was new and fun. So I go the first rotation, like the first cycle, whatever you want to call it, first cycle of dudes to go through it before it's even an accredited school. And we kind of knew that at the time. But mind you, my wife at the time was pregnant. Okay, so I had my phone on me. Like, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it with me. Fucking everyone in my company did it. Everybody brought their phone with them, kept it in a Ziploc bag. You know what I mean? So, I end up fucking my hip up, taking a little spill. And so I'm talking to the cadre to kind of tell him what's going on. Like, hey, like, I kind of fucked my hip up. And this asshole fucking reaches in my pocket and pulls my phone out of my pocket. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh my God, here we fucking go. Dude recommends me for a fucking, a company grade Article 15. I'm like, dude, fucking go fuck yourself, dude. Unreal.
So did you like take it to the trial or?
No. I wasn't gonna do all that. Hell no. It was fucking like 15 and 15. I was like, whatever. It is what it is. But that was bogus. That was extremely fucking bogus because, and like, when I got caught, nobody in my company said anything because they were all just as guilty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, man, that perfect example of the green weenie being an absolute fucking buffoon.
Yeah.
You know, there's a counter. I had a buddy who, these were a bunch of guys who, after we had deployed, we got back and they got sent to Edson Range, just, you know, where infantry guys teach boots how to shoot.
Yeah.
And one of them was, he particularly slunked out, became the grimiest lance criminal that you could imagine.
Lance criminal.
And, oh, hell yeah, E3 Mafia. And he did... They had a very, very strict pogue in charge of their little group. And he, like, said something about, like, hey, some brief was yelling about, you have to text when you're at the range in the morning so I know you're there. And so the next day he texts belligerently a cry laughing emoji, and that's it, to say that he's there in the morning, and that really set the guy off for some reason. And so he comes out and he's like, we're putting you in for an NJP for that. And this guy is like, take it to court martial. And they're like, what? He's
like, are you serious?
Go ahead, take it to court martial. I don't care. Take it to court martial.
Hell yeah.
Because that's the that process. If you don't accept the NJP, they're gonna bump it up. And so they're like, shit. They walk back into the
like,
CP and they're like talking. Yeah, they're like, all right, next time you pull something like that, be warned.
Oh,
it's
God.
not going to happen again. And he's like,
yeah, you really got him. Justice was served.
yeah. Dude.
Speaking of the Marine Corps, like I like it more than Terminal Lance. This is like webcomics. I'm not sure if the website still exists today. It's called Fleet Marine Life. You ever heard of it?
I have. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like the story of a Marine who's stuck in garrison or stuck in like fleet, and then would be completely shafted over by the Green Weenie. Then there'd be like these character archetypes out there. You have the the staff sergeant or the gunny sergeant that is like a complete asshole. You know, probably thrice divorced and just takes it out on the troops.
Yeah.
You have the cool sergeant or the cool corporal that can't get his progression up in his career because he's doesn't look appealing or marine-like.
Doesn't have
And
decorum.
then you have the perpetual like PFC or like shitbag Steve, and he always gets himself into like trouble and always tries to like screw over everyone.
Damn.
As revenge for like getting set up when he was like on the right path corporal to a sergeant. And then you have your protagonist, which is like the average yet unlucky Marine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got the DMs from Homeboy. He said, so anyway, this is the continuation of the guy's dono. He said, so anyway, so the chick was married herself and slept around with a bunch of NCOs, ruining a few marriages in the process. Yikes. To this day, she is the only chick I've ever seen catch a UCMJ for adultery, and it is actually sick. They set her up and caught her in the act. Whoa. Whoa, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I got to watch it happen. I was told not to say anything. They hauled her out with the MPs and everything with her crying. It was glorious. The sergeant they caught her with got busted down too. It was a field grade too, so it followed her around. Crazy work. One of the few times in my life I got to be a fly on the wall for something glorious like that. That's super sick.
Talk about the green weenie.
Yeah, no shit.
Like one of the it's really dark. I won't say the full details because it's inappropriate for YouTube, but it'd be like out in Okinawa, and then one of the staff sergeants did very naughty things unconsensually with a very young individual.
Oh,
and then,
hell no.
And then so then after that, like what happened is that any lower enlisted out there or anyone who's like sergeant below would have to do like what's it called, like the SARC course or the SHARP course.
Yeah, SHARP.
Something like that. And then all the senior NCOs and all the officers are exempted from like attending the brief and are exempted from like this loss of liberty or withdrawn from weekend liberty.
Dude, no joke. I feel bad for the province of Okinawa from all the BS that they have to put up with from like the people on base. Like, I know most of the guys who out there, go out there and get deployed out there are like cool and everything, but I feel like it's like bi-yearly that I hear some horror story of someone going off base and doing something like just horrible, and the Japanese they'll like riot about it and stuff, but they eventually just kind of have to put up with it. I feel terrible for them because it's like such a hospitable place, and I some of that I think is worn down with, again, U.S. troops because of what we've done there, but
yeah, I go to Okinawa, and then the people are more friendly in hospital than the people in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But it's also funny is that go in many places in the American sphere, Thailand, Japan or so, if you're not an active member of the military, but keep yourself like clean shaven, short haircut, and then the people confused with the troops, and it'd be funny is that if the Americans start yelling at you for that. Or funny things like one time I went to like Thailand, and it was like this town called Lopburi, which is the like where all the special forces bases are, all the Thai army bases are, and at the same time there is a joint U.S. Thai military exercise or training event. And then I was just having my passport in one hand. I was like literally like a spook. Like I had the Hawaiian shirt, I had like some like solid colored BDU pants. I have a waist pack, Mystery Ranch pack. I have the Mystery Ranch like 3-day assault pack that's just black. Like your private purchase army colors. A woodland boonie cap. And I went to the Special Forces base because I thought that there would be a cool museum inside. So I just whip out my passport, whip out my smartphone with Google Maps, show it to the sentry, and like shitty Google Translate as well. And then like this big buff like Special Forces guy, this like Thai army soldier would go up to me, look at the phone, look at it, and he just with a most stern look, just points at the building inside, like where the museum is. I walk over to there, door wasn't locked. There was no sign that says closed, enter, and I just enter the door. Just tried walking around the museum because I thought like there are people inside, but there's no like admission or no rules of saying to stay away. Started looking at the exhibits, and then like I was escorted out by the one custodian and like two like big Special Forces soldiers that would beat my ass really easily. But just but just with this appearance of looking like a soldier, or like a spook or so, you can get away far. It's like with you with the like the doctor's jacket.
The doctor's coat, yeah. Do you know that honey mustard cures Lyme disease?
Oh.
Doctor.
I like
Doctor.
I like using goldfish flakes for venereal disease.
That, yeah, I'm gonna write that up, and that's actually official doctrine now of Hospital USA. I'm actually
Hospital USA.
3 ranks below the Attorney General. I'm the Attorney Colonel of the USA.
Mm.
And yeah, I just got off my deployment. We were birthing babies in Namibia.
Yeah.
I was teaching single women how to code in small.
Yeah, you just got back from a
On a mission.
deployment in
Yeah.
Atropia.
Yeah.
Good old
Man, I
Atropia.
tell you what, being a doctor's easy.
You
Well,
know?
the wearing the lab coat part is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That part.
It's just like in Drake and Josh when Drake was Dr. Nussbaum.
Yeah.
No, it's like playing Fallout, where like I don't know what I'm doing, but if I wear glasses and a doctor's coat, then I'm now like considered a doctor. And I can actually like enter and figure it out.
Well, and your intelligence just increases. I mean, I can attest to that. You wear faction armor, you just know people. You walk in, you're like, George, I remember now. George, we assaulted Hoover Dam together. Dude, how have you been?
I mean, here's another trick: get current issue adversary uniforms and just wear them. But keep in mind is that most countries out there, that is in America or Britain or Canada, the people tend to look the same. So you're like, wait, why is there a black guy wearing a Chinese army uniform?
Dark Chinese. They were the original Chinamen.
Evil Chinese.
Chinese but sicko mode. It's Izzy Adesanya. Oh.
Or like being on like a focus trip streams back then, and then I'd deal with like SRA members all dressed up in a Chinese army uniform, and it just threw them off a loop. Yeah, that was funny.
I don't know where it went. I used to have one of those like those rice paddy hats, you know, the big wide brim ones.
Yeah.
And I had like punched holes in it for my NVG mount to sit up there. It's pretty cool. Having an
What else
actual
is there,
setup
Reggie?
with that would be neat. Rice paddy hat nods.
He's locked in.
I am.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Just start
All
shooting.
the targets.
Yeah. They all must die, Mason. The numbers.
What
If
do
William
you
Shatner
mean?
was Reznov, the numbers, Mason. You have to kill Dragovich. You have to kill them all.
Man, he's so locked in right now.
Oh,
I did it.
I cannot watch.
Is he gonna get it?
I'm trying, bro.
His Uncle Oji gonna get it? There we go. Oh yeah, no, like yeah, Lyme disease. That's man, like crawling around in the East Coast and then finding all sorts of like bugs and mites and stuff all over you, and hopefully you didn't like end up sick a few days later after that.
Yeah.
Like ended up like in field training, I ended up having to like pick whatever bugs I have on me, put it in a Ziploc bag, and give it to the nurse and see what's going on. Make sure I'm not like screwed up. Fortunately, I'm not.
Sorry, you got bug AIDS, man. You're gonna die,
No more red meat for you.
dude. It's
No more
those
cheeseburger.
those posts have been scaring the crap out of me. It makes me so mad. Like, it's like our own government wouldn't do that to us, would they? Buddy, buddy,
if
have you
only
been
you
paying
knew.
attention?
If only you knew.
The
Yeah.
difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth would only be like a time span of 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it used to be 6 months, man. Those were the good old days when I could live in ignorant bliss for 6 months.
It's good while it
Thanks,
lasted.
Israel.
Got a new chat. Super chats.
Calico, $2. OG, how much to play Gray Zone Warfare? I guess we can try it out. How much is it?
Ready or Not right now is half off.
I have Ready or Not, but I have a. You guys have to understand something. I have a potato computer.
Man, and
it will not run Gray Zone then.
Yeah.
I was talking to some other people too about Ready or Not, and I can't get that game to run smoothly for the life of me.
It's horribly optimized.
Yeah, there's something, and I even like, God forbid, I didn't know where else to look, so I looked on the Reddit to see if like I was just Googling how to get Ready or Not to work smoothly, and they're like, yeah, so you don't. It's a CQB game where a quarter of a second matters in reaction time, but the game is going to have a screen tear, and a second later you're just going to have a death screen. It's like that's
Yeah, I haven't played video games lately, so I'm not sure if it's hip or new.
Yeah, I haven't played anything new in a long time. Ready or Not was the last new game that I bought, and again, like maybe it's just because my guntism, I installed mods for it. God forbid a man want to use a PK in the Valley of the Dolls. Okay, that was worth it. But no, the best mod for that, I should just uninstall most of them. Because I downloaded like tons of like Colt, different barreled Colt rifles and Neveskis and different AKs and this and that. And I just have like a ton of rifle mods and a few camo mods and stuff. But I think if I just uninstalled almost all the mods that I put in other than the necessary frag grenade mod, I'd be good. Because how are you going to have a CQB game without frag battle drills? I mean, seriously.
I mean, there's a new game that I'm excited for. I haven't purchased it, but it seems promising for like videos on it. It's called Bellum, and it's like
Bellum looks fucking sick, dude. Honestly,
and it would actually be better demonstrations what Tradoc would put out on like how to bound forward, like have two fire teams bound and move forward. You have machine gun doctrine and have the assistant gunner spot enemies and give commands to the gunner, and also like top off the machine gun. Or like
Risky, are you here? Are you
Risky's
present with us right now?
Yeah, Risky is here. We got Geisley. We got Geisley. We got a bunch of stuff.
We're in the final hour of the stream, so if you want to hop in, you're more than welcome to.
As if you don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Bellum game, but that's pretty sick. Like, if you could just half subsidize doing the actual, training on your channel and just do it in a game and be like, YouTube, it's in Minecraft, it's in the game. It's literally in Minecraft.
Right.
Another thing I'd see would be for Bellum would be like things such as team leader or squad leader to have discipline for handling the element. For example, like the enemy would try and employ recon by fire and just take a few pot shots here and there where would likely be enemy, and then there'd be a near miss, and instead of having whoever just jump out and then break their skylight, show movement, and hide somewhere, just hold still, and then the enemy was still clueless on the position. And those things are really, really good. I haven't seen a video game that actually would cover those elements that well, or the use of real life doctrine that would actually apply well in a video game.
Yeah, I remember when COD Warzone first came out. It was like while we were still doing our workup to go to Baghdad, just to the embassy when Iran was having the Shia militia people hit it. But anyway, we were playing Warzone a ton, just like in the barracks, and so we'd have four of us who spent all day like buddy rushing and doing drills and training and stuff, and we would like actually coordinate and actually do things how we would do it, somewhat close to like in real life. And
Just
before
like
they
real
just like
life.
nuked, yeah, just before they nuked the game's meta with like all the super sliding and diving and fast, like
Yeah.
before they made it like speedball,
Yeah,
paintball
speedball
shooting,
sim.
like yeah, before it was like that, like you could actually use that kind of stuff and get like super far almost every time. It's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a bit disappointed that modern AAA video games, so like, like
Oh.
Call of Duty 2019, I didn't like it fully, but they were like a significant step in the right direction, and they just
Yeah.
evolved it with more slop and like cartoony skins and everything. And then Battlefield would try and like capitalize on the same thing, and no, they just evolved into that too.
But you didn't like the Nicki Minaj
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't think that was
character in
cool,
Call
man?
of Duty?
What's kind of funny is that like the Beavis and Butthead characters have more accurate kit than most of the new characters now.
Like, bro.
Yeah, it's well, that's I could talk for an hour on like the propagandization of all of our entertainment mediums, and like Gamergate was like the last kind of stand
Gamergate.
that we took. Dude, we didn't know how good we had it back then, and like now they have wandering hordes of like blue-haired lesbians infiltrating every game studio. I've heard like programmers talk about how like a third of the programming team at best is like competent programmers, and they just
Right.
have all these like diversity hires
Just like
that are like
nobodies.
taking. Yeah, exactly. They got there for
Yeah, and it turns out like a lot of these companies are invested by BlackRock, which would have this DEI or what's it called, like EGR type programs. And then just a couple months before, like the CEO of BlackRock would just admit on Fox News, yeah, that was a failed experiment.
Yeah.
Without having
What do you
any sort of
mean by
care about
that?
the social implications on it.
Well, in BlackRock, they'll make that excuse. Oh, it was a failed experiment or a failed business venture, but it's not a failure ever. Like these game companies, specifically with EA or Ubisoft, they get the whole bill for making the game footed before it even releases by like
Dude.
BlackRock and Vanguard, and it's just propaganda.
Yeah.
Like
like
people, the craziest thing was that people never understood the go woke, get broke is not a thing at all, because that team has all the money in the world.
Yeah, there's no
and
reason to do it. They have no reason to fucking want to do that shit other than it's an agenda.
Yeah, and it's extremely effective because they kind of played the game right. They got, most of the capital in the United States. BlackRock has in the double digits of trillions of dollars, and so like money is almost nothing to them, and that it baffles me that people fail to understand how important media and entertainment can be to a society at large, because guys like us, for the most part, can kind of just like blow it off and retreat back into like the old games, like Fallout or the old CODs and things like that.
Modern Warfare 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Battlefield
Or
4,
indie,
my
nowadays
beloved.
it's just indie studios or foreign studios.
But like, our Hollywood is dead. There's not. It's all slop, and
It's
nobody
soulless.
really like talks about great new movies that come out that I know at least. But like, people still watch it just because it's what's there. But that was the effect was to flood all of the entertainment industry, video games, movies, TV, everything like that was just to be all of it bought out, turned into propaganda, and they will buy out any competition that they can get, because if there is no alternative to their slop, people will either completely withdraw or just eat the slop.
Yeah.
And so it's fifth generation warfare. Like, it's kind of funny talking about that on a prepper stream or whatever, but like, it is something to be aware of, that
Absolutely.
every aspect of our country has been turned into propaganda.
I brought this
Everything.
I brought this up on a different episode, where it was like the war that we face now is the information war. You know what I'm saying? The war of thought, the war of opinion. That's kind of like the standard issue, so to speak, of the standard means of doing damage, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna storm Ubisoft with our, 4-man squad and open fire and blah 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 and terrorist attack them? No, like that comes out, you can't do that. And so they've completely shielded themselves from any kind of traditional warfare method against them.
Yeah.
But they are an enemy that seeks to destroy our entire, culture and country from the inside out. And so,
An additional thing would be the involvement of the People's Republic of China. I mean, like they would put like huge color ads over in the Wall Street Journal, and then like through organizations facilitated through an American billionaire, Roy Neville Singham, and then from there, like he would be a financier while in his cushy office over in Shanghai, be able to like funnel millions and millions and millions of dollars to like the Party of Socialism and Liberation, the Democratic Socialists of America, Code Pink, or just a few, and a lot of them would have ties to high-profile individuals such as Hassan Piker, which has immunity from like getting banned off of Amazon's own Twitch.
Even though he could literally call for the deaths of like real live people.
Yeah.
And these organizations and the people that are figureheads for them, or organizers for them, end up leading a lot of these domestic armed paramilitaries that we encounter, or at least I document. So Armed Careers SLC and the ringleader Amir Fanayan came over from Iran and then just became like a huge, how you say, institutional backed individual, like the United Nations, the State Department, likely USAID, and then would still be around and was trying to operate like a AstroTurf, New York-based armed Marxist queer organization called Arm the Dolls, which would take cues and would appear as soon as I mentioned Doll Squad.
Yeah.
Which was an organic, anarchist-based transgender militia. But take the aesthetics of that, then shove that into a different format with institutional backing by a foreign state.
Yeah. And so I was talking to somebody about the multiple, and I know Brass Facts was talking about the multiple different apocalypse scenarios that the U.S. faces. And one thing that I did not see hardly anyone talking about that is kind of already happening is Why America? The Weimar Germany situation where they had the Spartacus uprising, like towards the tail end of World War I throughout, I think it was a couple of years long, but and of course you don't hear about this in the history books, but there was literal like squad level gunfighting in the streets of Berlin, Munich, other cities in Germany, where this communist revolutionary organization, they were employing machine gun teams, mortar teams. It was straight up a civil war.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why the Nazis were actually, or the stormtroopers at the time were actually so, some of the benefit they had was secret institutional backing from the old guard of Weimar Germany, kind of from the German Empire. Just the old Kaiser and people like him who like were ethnically German and didn't like the communist thing that was going on. Yeah. And unfortunately, we have that to the other degree now, where like we have state-sponsored or state-condoned terrorist groups with Antifa, BLM, NFAC, groups like that running around, and the media will run cover for them. And they're not, it's not like they're explicitly allowed to like have gun battles in the streets and stuff yet, but they get all this support from even like colleges and stuff. There was an Antifa cell where the like de facto squad leader guy was this like 40-year-old college professor.
Yeah.
And he had like felony charges.
University of North Carolina.
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yes. He was he admitted in a lecture and on social media on Facebook that he was the man who was like charged and convicted for a vehicular manslaughter at the Unite the Right rally over in Charlottesville, Virginia. He admitted to like have an AR-15 and then was chasing the vehicle,
dude,
to create a reaction.
It's like an actual psychopath.
Mm-hmm. And those are again. Sorry.
Oh, so like this sort of action is like one of the demonstrations about like how many Antifa-aligned groups out there would basically surround an individual who's out there and isolated, discharge a firearm either in front of him or around him or behind him to like scare him, and then he would go and blast the closest individual up him. It happened with that one Army sergeant over in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, Sergeant Daniel Perry.
And it also happened with Kyle Rittenhouse over in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the dude at the gas station. He just shot a gun up in the air for like no fucking reason.
No reason.
Totally no fucking reason.
Yeah, it's sad that I think the right wing loves to pretend that Antifa is just this like band of like
Ragtag.
wily
It's just an
retard
idea.
runes. Yeah, we pretend like they just like get together, once or twice at a coffee club and then show up to protests. And that's probably a lot of them, but they have like plenty of federal informants.
Yeah,
They
they're
have
still
plenty of
very
people.
real of a threat.
Yes,
I mean,
their
it's been
leadership.
documented and self-admitted there are federal informants and other like constitutional-line militias, Boogaloo-line militias.
Yeah.
Just last month, Mike Dunn, who is a big Boogaloo figurehead, and turns out he's just he self-admits that he's an FBI informant while hiding in Thailand somewhere.
Yeah. And those ones aren't the ones that are as bad as, I guess, the federal agents that are like the Whitmer plot, where they're literally training and teaching these people or setting up these ops and pushing them into it. And that's like, that's what I'm very concerned about with groups like Antifa and BLM, is the feds who kind of puppet master these useful idiots. And they'll give them everything they need to plan or pick their targets or get wherever they need to be. Because let's be honest, this country right now has no shortage of useful idiots. I mean, that's, you can say that about any country, but yeah, like
they're being fully utilized to their full potential at
yeah.
this point.
And it's just, yeah, it's this like idea that you can get federal informants to go onto a Discord and find kids who are like, or even like 20-year-olds who are dejected, don't see much of a future, and stuff like that. I call it the Doomer Shadow Army.
Yeah.
And you can basically groom these people into all kinds of the possibilities are endless.
I have a very high. I have a $7,000 credit card limit, and I get myself a Daniel Defense M4. Oh, what should I do with it?
And I think they figured out the DDM4 meme, because I haven't seen those pop up in any shootings lately.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's too obvious.
Daniel Defense is like, listen, you don't stop setting us up.
No, I keep on seeing stuff that keeps getting worse and worse and worse. There would be like the budget AR-15, and then there would be the Bubba Fight SKS, and then there would be the Bubba like 30-06 Mauser.
Dude, budget cuts. It's federal budget cuts. These like loners are like, so I kind of get what's going on here. Are you gonna like give me like $4,000 to like hit me out? And the Fed's like, man, I hate to tell you, like that used to be our SOPs, but budget cuts, man. We've
been doing this too often, man. Shit's getting expensive.
Or see like Mike Dunn, and then be like him wearing all the Condor special, like plate carrier, and then having like the Smith & Wesson AR-15 with like the Amazon Temu like 1.5 to 25 scope on it with a laser sight and a compass and the ballistic abacus on it.
Those Amazon scopes are out of control, man. I think I showed you the like short where I was roasting PSA builds in the comments, and I had looked up just because I was curious, because I keep seeing those like Amazon.com or Temu like optics, and one of them was a $60 scope, not even like an LPVO, like an actual like full rifle scope,
like a hunting rifle.
Yes,
scope.
but it had a laser built into it. It had a Temu red dot on top, and it had something else. I think it had a flashlight on the side of the scope, and it was like this 4-in-1 $60 scope. I was like, dude, I'm dying.
Like there was a funny instance. I mean, it was like a grim instance, but there was this one footballer based in Nevada that got like severe brain damage from like playing high school football, and then he went and he wanted to go on a revenge trip and like fight against the NFL. Goes all the way to Manhattan, New York City, driven all the way from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Goes to the building where it shares multiple corporations and offices and headquarters.
I remember
also
this.
had Blackstone.
I remember.
He goes up to the wrong floor. Instead of going to the NFL office, he ends up just blasting a bunch of Blackstone, like senior individuals. And it's like this inedible MK Ultra like thing where you end up having someone so messed up and they accidentally become the next Luigi Mangione. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, the woman that he killed, I think that he knew what he was doing, because she was like one of their top level investors when it came to buying out single-family homes. Outside, like, you know how BlackRock will basically go through and as soon as a home hits the market, they used to do this more. I don't know why they're not doing it as much now, but they used to like offer way over asking price. And the plan, I think, in the long run was to turn most of the middle class into like a permanent rental class or renter class. But yeah, the woman who he shot was like there. It was like her baby was that project, I think, of the buying out, you know, as many single family homes as BlackRock possibly can. And so it was like, dude.
Slight will actually, it's Blackstone, which is another company that does the same thing.
Oh, okay. But they're a subsidiary, right?
No, like separate entities, but they have their investment company that often would do things such as acquire property. BlackRock is just bigger and does more things than just property acquisition. They also like invest in many companies, so like Walmart, Ford, McDonald's, just to name a few.
Oh, and what's the other one? Leviathan Group.
Yeah, and you wonder what's going on at the Grand Ram Ranch.
The Grand Ram Ranch.
What's up with Luhan being breaking up with Whistling Diesel and then ended up in the Grantham Ranch just a couple weeks later?
I don't know.
They ought to know that she's Skytoxic's girl. Skytoxic has laid claim on her.
Yeah, right.
And no one's respecting that.
My LARP wife.
Yeah. Why does Grantham like oh no, watch out for the thing. Yeah. But why does Grantham congratulate Tactical Girlfriend for winning the best female gun tuber at the Gundies? What's up with
female? Hello,
yeah.
Female.
There's no way. He did a review tip to butt.
Dude.
No, yeah. Are y'all? Have you seen Skytoxel's videos? He did like shorts on the Alien Moon Challenge.
Or
so
the one where he did like the like carve a soy jack into a pumpkin.
Yeah, dude, he's funny. When he's unholstering his AK and NDs, like that's the stupidest joke
dude.
ever. That's so stupid. I love it. Or he had one video that he took down of him doing some like it was one of the like the Fortnite emotes in the woods, and he was like on camera doing it, but then it was the POV from like 50 meters away from like what a sniper's saying.
If only I wonder how the LARPers would act if they were placed in a very hot environment without water.
Good question.
All the PNW and like Northeast and New England guys really love their water. Get it from the ground, get it from the streams.
He actually talks about how he purifies his water, what kind of purification tablets he uses. He carries he plans out how much he carries on his kit. He has like really good videos on the really practical stuff. One of his stream, I don't think it was a stream, I think it was just a rant video, but he was talking about for like people just getting into LARPing, the first thing that you really need to start taking care of is like beans and you know, water and stuff, getting a bunch of rice, things that you can keep for a long time that will sustain you.
Where the fuck?
Wait, what do you mean I should have gotten an $8,000 e-bike?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Where does the e-bike come in? That's what I want to know, and how do I get straight to that point?
Yeah. So my kit, I need to get to the point where I can get an expensive dirt bike and a Mac with a FRT, because I need to be able to do my dirt bike drive-bys.
You ever? It's a contraption that is homemade using motorized, computerized plastic squirting devices, but it's called the SMP40, which is basically an AR-9 shaped into the shape of an MP40.
Oh, yeah.
Which means it takes Hoffman devices.
Hoffman device.
The Hoffman. Dude, rare breed. Gosh dang. Hey, you said Krisky's in the chat, right?
He was,
He doesn't want to come to the stream, though.
He was asking on Twitter about getting an FRT for his MP5. what do we know about because I know there's the AR lower that
Yeah.
you can basically plug and play right into your MP5. But I think those are pretty expensive, aren't they? They're like
Most
far as I
ones
know.
I see would be how you say crafted using a home or consumer based
okay.
computerized motorized plastic squirting device using engineering filaments, and
But
then there'd be a Hoffman
there's
device
someone
at
who
the core.
sells
There's a
like
few of
AR
them.
lower.
There are a few of them out there, but they all share the same design off of the catalog or the Odyssey.
Yeah. So, but like MP5, just to drop in like the least invasive MP5 FRT that's not rare breed. What I'm not the biggest MP5 guy because I'm doing videos in my garage, not in my Lamborghini. But sorry,
Lamborghini.
not trench grenade,
Yeah, not yet.
not yet. No,
Maybe
yeah,
one
because
day.
he was asking about rare breeds FRT, but I don't think he knows what's going on with like rare breed suing the shit out of everyone who
Yeah.
tries to release an FRT.
Rare greed.
So, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I don't remember if it was a
government
joke.
government enforcement, government enforced assery.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a joke, but I think on Focus's stream, he was saying that what's his name from Rare Breed was just walking around.
No, that
Shot
wasn't a
show
joke.
with
That was real. Like the guy actually went in there with a stack of cease and desist letters and started
Yeah.
handing them out to the people that were promoting those.
It's so bogus.
oh my gosh.
It's actually
Even
so bogus.
even Hoffman himself had to deal with that.
Yeah, no, Hoffman, he's going through the ringer right now. They told him he's not allowed to sell his super safeties as like a preliminary order or whatever for the case, and that was like how he was going to raise money for his defense fund. And so
What?
yeah, he was going to try to sell because the super safety, Hoffman's super safety was like absolutely clean shop with most of the FRTs out there. People love it. And he was not being greedy. Like he
Yeah.
released it open source. He's letting other people sell them willy nilly.
Mhm.
And Rare Breed again comes in, and
Actually,
it's because they have some kind of deal with the ATF, right? Where they're supposedly like the only ones who are able to sell FRTs, and they're supposed to tell the ATF whenever a new like seller pops up or something, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just anyway. The long story short, I was trying to give Krisky the scoop on like other FRT options if he doesn't want to buy a Rare Breed.
I've seen them being promoted by Velocity Ammunition. I've seen them being promoted by Atlantic Firearms. I've seen them being promoted by M Surplus, I believe. I'm not 100% certain, but I believe I've seen those through there.
Yeah.
I could have sworn PSA maybe at one point in time, but I think they're trying to be safe.
PSA selling a MP5 super FRT?
No, just AR-15 based ones. Like all,
okay.
like the MP5. Unless someone has made an MP5 specific one, all the ones I've seen appear to be just AR-15 based.
I know there's more than one MP5 FRTs out there. One of them is the Rare Breed, and then there's a few other ones that don't involve using an AR lower, or the like special AR, trigger kit.
Oh fuck.
One thing I'm excited for would be the problem though is that the caliber is just restricted for like competition use. The P90, like it was like featured on like the Grand Thumb channel and a few other places as well, which is progressive.
What are you saying?
This one company, and then they did some marketing on the Grand Thumb channel. They developed a progressive FRT for the P90, or the semi-auto PS90.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is a really neat and new innovation. I hope, and hopefully nothing bad happens to them because they generally pushed an innovative and good product from my own initial impressions.
Yeah. Do you know if the fire rate is anything similar to the full fund P90?
Yeah, no, I can't tell the difference. Maybe an
That's pretty
appreciable
cool.
25 FPS, like RPS lower, but RPM lower, but
Negligible.
it seems really good. And then there are others out there, like for the Ohio Ordnance M240 semi-auto, and also the FN M249S semi-auto belt fed, and those show real good promise as well.
Yeah.
And another thing that may be an interesting thing is if Zostava is able to get ATF approval to like have their belt-fed PKM in the American market, I think just because of the availability of surplus of a 7.6254 light ball, as well as the links not being disintegrating, which is good for like civilian logistics. I think that'd be a really cool thing once it's able to reach the American market.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because like the FRT market's been blowing up for things outside of the AR. I feel like in the last like year or so, like the Glock FRT came out, which is not the most useful thing in the world, but cool.
It's something.
I haven't gotten one of those yet. The TX22 FRT, again, more of a toy, but that thing is cool.
Dude, I shot one this past weekend. It was so fucking fun.
Dude. And it's like, hey, I just spent $1 doing a mag dump. I'm happy with that. Dude.
The one thing that, and it's quite interesting, the paradigm of like these sorts of things. So you have like bump stocks, which are kind of ass, and then you have the like binaries, except for like the FOSTEC system, which are kind of ass, but slightly better. And then now you have FRTs, and then when you compare like a modern FRT AR-15, and then compare that to like the cheapest 5.56 machine gun, so like your Ingram slapped on with the 5.56 upper, the FRT AR-15 is significantly better, like for ergonomics and it like working well.
Yeah, the FRTs have been great. I mean, they've almost entirely like, it's kind of like the pistol brace, where like I wouldn't go for an SBR because pistol braces just work well enough, and it's not worth the hassle to, again, turn my rifle into an NFA item just for that. Like, I don't really see much of a use case for you to go out of your way and like go and get the real deal AR machine guns, quote unquote, you know, the full auto, when you could just get an FRT at this point. Like, I'm sure there are benefits, but I'm not seeing them for like regular people, you know.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't really see like much of a appreciable benefit of like the actual machine guns, at least like the more modern caliber ones, like the more modern pattern ones.
Which, hey, ATF, if you're watching, point made. FRTs have made full auto just another, you know, common use item. So go ahead and write that down. Go ahead and change that law.
It's true.
Yeah, besides the gang shootings out in Chicago, but no one cares to like pay attention to that or prosecute that or put that as a common use factor.
Yeah, or the fact that we've gone over on, I've talked to people on multiple streams about how YouTube will, you know, you see like so many videos of like YNs in Chicago mag dumping off of balconies in like residential areas with switches, and or people just literally like showing off a switch, and that short has like millions of views, and then again like Risky Krisky gets banned off of YouTube, or like one of us gets our video age restricted or taken down for like safe use of firearms, like responsible instruction.
They just
Like
be
my
making shit
theory
up at this point.
Yeah, my theory is that there's the incompetent side of it, that like maybe those just slip through the cracks, but it seems too frequent that maybe YouTube is trying to psyop people into seeing more of the scary illegal gun content that kind of turns the culture against guns, which I think is a failing battle. I think people don't care.
That ship has set sail.
Yeah.
And then we have like the Maryland, California Glock ban.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's a concerted effort on YouTube to crack down on productive gun channels, to crack down on channels that teach people how to, you know, like build a good firearm and how to train properly and become proficient. And what they want to do is like reward the bad behavior in some regards, or like channels again where it's just like people using illegal stuff to just solely to scare the normies and to like give fuel to like the anti-gun lobby.
You know, like I've gotten like a video like automatically flagged like 5 months after it has been released, and it was like me shooting a Winchester Winchester pump shotgun, like the World War I shotgun. And then in my appeals I said this is historical World War I footage.
Did it work?
I got my first video.
It worked.
Nice.
I got my first video age restricted, and it was my top viewed video, the one where I go over doing like um, pelvis fail to stop drills, the 2 to the chest, 1 to the pelvis, and they flagged the video for the use of full auto firearms. And I'm like, dude, I'm not that fast.
Yeah.
This is a semi-auto AR, and I am not that
They
fast.
just make shit up, dude. My
Yeah.
my
I appealed
chest
it, and
video got the same
within
shit.
a minute. Yeah. Like within a literal minute of me appealing the video, it said, yeah, we had a human review it, and they said it was not legit. And so it's like, dude, you didn't, first of all. I know that was just another AI review.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I have the option to like edit the video and possibly get it under age restricted. And my advice that I was given was like, just put an overlay that says semi-automatic fire. But it's like, thanks for age restricting.
You gotta hit them with the hashtag airsoft for your
dude,
description. It helps.
Hashtag airsoft.
I thought we were past that on YouTube, but
nope.
It appears I am an airsofter now.
We're airsoft LARPers now.
Oh yeah, airsoft or die.
That's right.
Airsoft or die, and possibly die by airsoft.
In
a hail of 5mm BBs.
The chances
you burnt my patch
below 0.
Dude, I love that video. You burned my patch.
You gotta go call like a Iraq War footage, and you gotta call like police body cam videos airsoft matches.
Yeah. Have you seen the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 edit of that video? Where it's like the countdown for the lobby beginning, and then as soon as it starts, he
I'm ordering
my proudest moment in COD 4 was I was in like middle school at the time, and I threw a frag down a hallway in Showdown, and my whole team went through that hallway, and I killed everyone on my own team, and the game glitched out and just let the other team walk around for like a minute and a half before it finally just said Marines win, Op 4 eliminated, and then I got kicked for team killing 6 people at once.
He burned my badge.
Dude, you don't burn my patch. You don't burn the trench
What the
llama
was
patch.
that for? Yeah.
I mean, one of the
this. Don't do this.
you ever
right
heard
now.
of the Green Mountain Rangers? It was like an airsoft group.
Don't.
No.
Oh well, it's all lost media now. But one of the things is like it was like one of the early like actual like Nielsen and impression units out there for airsoft. But a lot of them would get to their head and like would actually like think that they're like members of the military and would get into like pseudo stolen valor or actual stolen valor. One of the instances was you know who Colonel McKnight is?
Yeah.
Yeah, the leader who led those Army Rangers down in Somalia for Black Hawk Down, and then they were actually like the Green Mountain Rangers were just hanging out in the back, not going to the front, and McKnight was saying, "Hey, go to the front, Rangers lead the way," and instead of just following like McKnight's encouragement, they start arguing with like McKnight.
We've been doing this for a long time, buddy. Okay, I don't care if there was a movie about you, dude. Like, how long have you been airsofting, sir? Are you a patched member?
I gotta use my face to sign in.
I'm not a llama patch member. I have no pedigree.
Yeah,
I have no pedigree. Oh no.
Dude, yeah, I'm just a doctor.
I just have this patch.
Which one is that? I'm colorblind.
Oh, hell no.
A doll squad.
Oh man,
doll squad patch.
Hell no, bro.
I'm still trying to find a new OEM for making these, but they're hilarious.
Cool. Yeah, it's a psyop. Drain their funds by selling all their merch and outselling them.
And then you get a database of customers that you may forward to the FBI.
I used to sell patches and stuff, and some of the patches that I was selling, Risky Krisky was nice enough to let me run merch for him for like one run or two, and I got worried halfway through that like people were gonna buy it as like hate, trying to figure out where he is or whatever, because I got some people DMing me on like Etsy where I was selling, saying like, "Oh, thanks Krisky for what you do," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not Krisky. I'm just selling some stuff for him." But then I was like, I better start hiding my address or return address on these in case I get some, some weirdos.
Get a private mailbox from UPS.
I'm gonna get some
do it into town away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some crazy dude like banging on my. Well, it's not. I don't live there anymore, so it's someone's gonna go to that apartment like bang on the door. Where's the hockey mask guy?
Yeah,
Christy,
open up. Hell no,
dude.
You love to see it. Truly and honestly.
Yeah.
I need to get a PO box. Fucking.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it. Especially
if
you're gonna like
here's
hand
a
out
question.
Prizes.
Can you fucking do so I understand like you buy different sizes for mailboxes and stuff like that. Can you still send packages that are bigger than the mailbox to that PO box? Like will they hold it?
Like so if you what you can do is just get the tiniest mailbox out there. You have access 24 hours a day, but for large packages, or if you receive large packages, they'll hold it onto you, they'll call you, and then you just go there during business hours, interact with the staff,
no shit.
And pick it up.
So the whole point of just getting a box that's bigger is just so that you have access to it 24 hours. So if something fits, they'll put it in there.
As well as having a proxy address to prevent people from like going to your house, your apartment.
Right, I know that, but I'm saying like I'm looking at different size PO boxes and shit. I'm thinking I need to get the biggest one because packages are large.
Get the tiniest one. They'll hold on to it for you, and I would suggest not doing it through USPS, but doing it through UPS because it's not bad, but UPS you can like send ammunition to yourself or other hazmat.
Okay, that's pretty cool. No kidding. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah, the other benefit of the big mailboxes is how many Indians you can fit inside them for an office.
Yes.
Did you see Tyler Oliveira's? Yeah.
Yeah.
What dead storage? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, they had like H-1B business addresses as mailboxes, like PO boxes. And so Oliveira showed up in Frisco, which is, not too far from where I am. And he was asking this lady, he's like, so we've got like this list of addresses here. And it was a strip mall, like with a couple of different business, suites. But he was like asking her the numbers, and she's like, yeah, all of those are mailboxes. And he's like, so they're not actually like in there, no? And she's like, no, they're like this big. I don't think you could fit them in there. But yeah, they were H-1B workspaces.
Many such cases. They're cramming them anywhere they can get them.
Cases. Yeah.
Man.
Dude, Frisco, Carrollton, the Colony. I used to live in the Colony, and that area is like, it's how it looks in his video. It is Little Mumbai, or wherever, Little New Delhi.
No, you have.
London.
Any of the Void, you absolutely have. I'm just saying, like, other people want to send me stuff, and I can't just be giving my fucking address out to everybody.
Yeah.
I can't let... It's not proper OPSEC to let everyone know where the goon headquarters are.
Yeah, the anti-gooners will go in there with large numbers and do a surprise strike if you're not careful.
Not that I'm not ready, but better to avoid it from the beginning. Come on.
No, you need the clout.
It makes for good content.
He already had to defend his home with a firearm. All right, you got to get on his level.
It's true.
You need the
Pedigree.
You need the quick detach ballistic fast helmet that has like the muffs already, has like a body, like a GoPro strapped to the shroud.
Yeah.
That way when
immediately stream.
When we're talking gun tubers who have used their firearms in defense of their home, in defense of their castle, according to castle law, who are we talking about? We're talking about Boogie 21 or Boogie 1488 or whatever his name is.
No way. Has he actually?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When Frank Castle showed up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
That was
Boogie.
Crazy, man. Frank Castle.
Oh yeah. Speaking of crazy people at the door, like Nick Fuentes, like he had this like crazy old lady like trying like get into his front door and he pepper sprayed her and he got in trouble over it. And he still got in trouble over it.
Somebody show up to his house with a gun before.
Yeah,
and that guy was a literal serial.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but he was a literal serial murderer.
Really?
Yeah, like he like killed everyone in his house, and then went to another place, killed somebody, I think, and then went to Nick Fuente's place.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's escaped MK Ultra. Fucking
Yeah, he was on a hot streak.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, honestly, man, that's crazy.
Big yikes.
Yeah, that video was pretty priceless. Of like she bangs on the door and you just see it crack open in the base.
He's all pissed off looking and shit.
Dude, yeah, that was so funny.
Say what you want about him, but that shit
Get
was
out.
fucking peak. Yeah.
Get off my
Get out, you
doorstep,
bitch.
dude.
Oh yeah, Oni. Oh yeah, like they got the SPLC. They got in trouble for like wire fraud and like funding extremist organizations through their own informants, and the money would just end up filtering through these organizations. Fucking whack. Shows how much of a psyop everything is.
Dude, really,
Like, for
money is
informants, I
not
already
real.
Like I already talked about Mike Dunn, but you also got like Joshua Sutter, who was a known figurehead in the white supremacist circles, and ended up being a Satanist, the leader of the Satanist wing of Audubon, and was like under employment under the FBI for like a decade.
Probably married to a non-white woman too. Never asked a white supremacist the color of his wife.
Never ask ignored.
And then turns out he got like over $140,000 total from the FBI.
Dude,
Just
that's
for no reason
money
whatsoever.
does not exist. Money, it changes, especially with like stuff like that where it changes hands so many times that it's just like into the ether off of all the books. Like you get 9 or 10
By
exchanges, and all of a sudden wait, we don't know where it went.
Yeah, right.
Where'd the money go? Where'd the money go? We don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, ball
Wars
sport
are
is on.
Sport
Boy.
ball is on, and I.
Oh boy, I like
Banana Man ball is on.
I'm a diehard fan for Team 3.
Indeed. I like
Dude,
green
yeah.
team today.
I talk about Team 3 at the office around the water cooler all the time. Whenever I'm at my cubicle, I decorate my cubicle with Team 3 merchandise or a Team 3 jersey.
The
on
fucking
Fridays.
guys, like, listen, I understand some people are into sports and stuff like that, but like the guys who can literally talk about sports all fucking day and know every single fucking personal stat, like current and past stat of like players and shit like that for like every single person on the team. I'm like, what the fuck do you do like outside of this? You know, like what do you say you do around here?
Wait, good reference. Good reference.
What would you?
What would you say you do around here?
Yeah, dude.
I'm a people person.
Yeah, literally, that's like frightening. They know all of this stuff, and yet they cannot imagine the N-word in their head and make it spin around and blow up. It's kind of scary. They can't form complex thoughts. They can't imagine themselves being hungry.
I mean
Skipping
nowadays
breakfast.
the bread's stale and the circuses are dull.
Yeah, man. Or bread and circuses are gay. What the heck?
It's true.
Like,
circus ain't no good no more.
Has there been a decent halftime show in like 6 years?
No.
These
Not
bread
really.
and circuses don't satisfy.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. Everything kind of sucks now, but we already knew that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're aware, and there's different ways around it. I think we're good at making our own fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Chasing our tail around.
the old adage of like, you know, the left can't meme, but these are the same people that watch like Has Been Hotel and fucking, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
They and like Rick and Morty, they find enjoyment in that. Meanwhile, it's like everything to us fucking sucks, but man, we got some spicy memes.
Yeah, we do.
I actually like that digital circus like animation, but I'm afraid is that if I go to the movie theater to see it, it'd be super sus, and the people I encounter would either be just children or really weird people.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful. I watched a few episodes of it. It was entertaining. It's definitely got like zany fucking like Reddit coded writing and stuff like that, but it was all right, you know. It wasn't too bad. I checked it out.
I mean, I don't know what that is. Sorry.
The amazing digital service.
I'm taking the Chud badge right now.
Yeah.
I know the least.
Yeah. You see, this is
The
when
last,
I
like-
liked it, and over here is when you liked it. And as you can see on the graph is when it stopped being cool.
The last big mainstream show or whatever that I kind of got into recently was Smiling Friends.
Oh,
That was pretty
hell
fun.
yeah.
That
Dude,
was some
that shit's
stupid
goated.
There was
stuff.
like so many. I mean, there was
Yeah.
like so many hidden bits, like them getting pissed off at the frog, and then like they would pull down the statue and get crushed by the statue.
Yeah.
Tyson,
Or
do
the
not.
Chris Pan reference. Oh my gosh, that killed me. Do you realize something?
Tyson, what you don't understand is that the address I gave you was not my address. I'm playing 4D chess. All right. I'm fucking 10 steps ahead. But I will be it's en route. It should be in the mail like tomorrow, as far as I know. So
Man, it'd be like one of those grim cases where like an unrelated apartment complex where like two dudes that smoke pot all the time, and the next unit a single mom of 3, and they end up getting clapped by an anti-goon militia.
We have found Uncle OG and we have killed him.
there he is. Get him.
Single mom.
Yeah.
It's just a single mom with like three kids and a cat.
They're like, yes, here is his mask. And they're like, that is not the goon mask. That
Nope.
is something else.
Yeah. Whoops.
I don't know what they were into, but that
I'm
is
like-
not Uncle OG.
I'm like the pink fucking Bin Laden, bro. I'm just so hard to find. You know. That's why I gotta have this backdrop so I don't get doxxed.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the
What backdrop?
mask.
I don't
You've
see
got
anything. I don't see anything.
the deal. You've got the cat. Like, GunTube has our characters, man.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We are the villain class of YouTube, and they're not ready for us.
We're the evil
This-
henchmen.
YouTube needs a new class of villain, and I'm gonna bring it to them. Gotham.
You want to know
Whatever.
how I got this mask?
It was on sale.
Yeah, I saw it on Amazon, and I bought
Just
it,
call it out.
and then I wore it, and I made videos in my garage.
Mid surgery, I've got the guy down. I'm like, yeah, your transition surgery, it's gonna go
Yeah,
well.
your bottom
You want to
surgery.
know how I got
Hey,
this doctor's robe?
Doc-
They're like, you got it
Dr.
at
Eagle.
your doctor school,
Yeah.
right?
I stole
No.
Hey, Dr. Eagle, do you perform circumcisions?
Never.
it. Mutilation.
No, I bring people in for MTF transgender surgeries, and I just inject them with a hell of a lot of testosterone. And while they're under, I like play, videos on loop, like podcasts on loop that are masculizing their brain.
They go from male to alpha male.
Hell yeah.
You just play
They wake up and they're
David
like-
Goggins videos over and over.
They wake up and they're like, bro, man,
Whoa.
I hope you didn't go through with that surgery because I really feel like that's a bad idea now.
I feel like
What?
lifting weights all of a sudden.
Buddy, I knew you would say that. I'm here for you.
I feel like lifting weights and starting a family.
Yeah, and don't tell anyone about my services if
Yeah.
you really found them to be helpful.
They'll find me. Any of the Void,
Yes.
$5. He says, if you hate anime weirdos, wait until you learn about Disney adults. True. Fam. Holy shit.
Bruh.
What's interesting is in Japan, the people, especially women, love Disney. They love them more like than the stuff that they create.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's the Japanese weeb is Japanese Disney adults.
Well, they also have the Japanese like cowboy weebs,
Which is so sick.
cool, dude.
So sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm a cowboy Tanaka. Here to shoot you again.
Yeah. We need to be the Americans that Japan thinks we are, honestly.
We really, yeah, man.
And
Such a wonderful chapter of Twitter.
they
when,
only depict us positively. Like we don't deserve it.
Some would say our greatest ally.
Actually, though.
Boomers curse me, but
Any of the Void says again for 5 shekels, you should see what sorts of documents you can buy on that cheap Chinese website that sells everything. It won't let me mention the cheap Chinese website that sells everything. What sort of documents? Documents.
I mean, like they're like on AliExpress, you can get like these things that for prop and theatrical and movie use look like passports, but for some reason the Chinese one would look pixelated and blurred out in the preview page.
What sort of documents?
I don't know.
The Bill of
Timu is
Rights.
a bit of a Timu's a black pill. When I was going into like ship merch that I was selling, I would go into the post office and look at like the incoming bins, and dude, it's just all Timu packages. I was like mortified.
People that are like so addicted to fucking Timu is like really unsettling.
Well,
it's like the worst shit on planet Earth.
and that's not as scary as the fact that when I was talking about that to a buddy of mine, he showed me this like page on how Timu, their app, burrows into your phone and asks for like express permissions,
mining data and shit like that.
Dude, it's like one of the most invasive apps that you can download. I had no idea. Like, it's you delete the app, of course, like it is still there. Like all the framework that they had. Like I'm convinced.
Hey, yo,
that
the pizza
Timu...
here.
Oh yeah. Now I got the stream to myself. I'm gonna go over medical advice real quick. So again, lab coat. I am a doctor because I have a lab coat, and so you get one of these for $10 on the internet, and you can just go around and give medical advice. And if it hurts people, not your fault. They can't even track who you are. But yeah, medical advice is only acceptable. You know, you kind of look like Admin. Admin's evil brother.
Dude, why does everyone say that? I don't look anything like Admin.
Are you Polish?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. I guess all Polacks.
I don't know if he's actually Polish. To a Scots, Irish, German man, you look Polish.
Well, it's because I am.
But in this war, we're all allies now.
Yeah. I hope so. Fucking.
No.
Yeah, no, you're not the first person to say that. I had
crazy.
several people say they're like, dude. I'm like, I don't see it at all. He's younger, looking more handsome.
Oh, that. Yeah. No. He's not younger or handsomer.
Yeah, that's the ironic part. You know, it's the stash. Yeah, you're right. Fucking ancient.
The coloring.
Yeah.
Round face.
$5. Entity of the Void once again. Did you know, because China is considered a developing country, okay, it receives international aid for postal shipping, so that's why it's so cheap. No shit. How long shall they be considered developing? I mean,
indefinitely.
The international postal subsidies, the United States is fitting a majority of the bill.
That's crazy.
And to like send packages from China to America is significantly cheaper than doing the opposite. So any like packages, like anything like EMS mail to like small packages within a certain weight and size limit, which is what most of this Timo TAT has, it would be enough to like have these subsidies and it become over from China to America real cheap. Now, if you have equivalent sized mail going into China, or even something as simple as like a letter with a stamp on it, it's significantly more expensive to do it from China, from America to China.
China. Yeah, were you here, Bucky, when we were talking about, or I was talking about Temu like burrowing into your phone when you download the app?
No, like they do it a lot. Like any sort of Chinese apps out there, like I mean, other stuff. A lot of it, they try and like get it to a Chinese cloud or like a server in China to like basically harvest PII. If you get DJI equipment, a lot of it would ask for like personal identification before first-time use, or these computerized mechanical computer control devices that squirt plastic. A lot of them out there, the slicers or to transfer it over to the printer would go through a Chinese server first, and it can look at algorithms of shapes and stuff like that. So, funny 3D printed contraptions that
don't do that Asian massage. Sorry.
ignite gunpowder. A lot of that, the Chinese would know about it.
Mm.
Which means
Yeah,
that if you try and operate that machine over in China, then the police would go down your door and bust you pretty quickly.
the police ain't busting. Not in my house.
Head pats for the doggy per request.
Yeah, I've heard all kinds of crazy things specifically about Temu for some reason, about how like deep it will burrow into your phone and the kind of permissions that it gets from you or from your phone. And just the fact that like even if you again like delete that app off your phone, like the infrastructure all remains. And I don't
that's
know enough about the tech, the like psyop side of it to know what they're like looking for, other than like I mean again, what could China really benefit off of knowing our like personal identifiers and stuff and like credit card info, other than scamming us or whatever? But I just remember it being something deeper than that. The like dystopian levels of invasiveness that Temu specifically has in your phone. I just thought that was something you might know more than me about.
Well, data brokering is a thing,
Another thing would be
China's
biometric
involved in
devices,
that.
especially ones that use location or GPS, when give a track to where you are. One huge scandal that would be U.S. naval or military movements, like on ships or people going outside of a super secret base and then like doing rounds around the base, and basically lays out a whole entire roadmap of every single footpath and road on that base.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the other side of Temu that it almost seems insignificant to me now that we just have seen how like ridiculously fake our economy is, but it almost seemed a little bit like Temu was flooding our market with cheaper products that were of the same quality, possibly even off the same lines, in order to hurt American businesses. But at the same time, like it doesn't seem to have made much of a dent in most of those like major manufacturers that are using Chinese manufacturing anyways. I don't know. I don't know if it really if there's any truth to that theory, but I had kind of thought that maybe Temu was an attempt to undercut the American market, just bleed our.
That's just not Temu. That's China in general.
Yeah, that's like China in general.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing is that China is at the stage where they're able to make cutting-edge, impressive equipment, from like military-grade stuff to thermal devices to consumer-grade equipment of high grade, such as, like action cameras and drones. And those things have wireless abilities, wireless telemetry. So if, say, we end up having a Red Dawn situation, then like if the goons are trying to do some recon with an FPV with a DJI drone, then they'll figure out where the feed is, where it's coming from, where you're at, and everything is around you, and the phone it's attached to.
It's not a good look.
Faraday bags, get them.
Faraday.
Get Faraday bags. So if you know who Flesh Simulator is, this is like totally below his pedigree, but it was a neat idea that he recommended. Cutting up Faraday bags and putting them as pocket liners for like field jackets. That's kind of cool.
That is wildly smart, actually.
I've seen Haley Strategic actually have that as a commercial product, like
that's very cool.
pouches or like little go DACA bags or so.
Yeah.
Or like admin bags or things to attach to plate carriers or belts or so, and those would actually be lined with a Faraday.
Very cool. Faraday mag pouches. You're not knowing how many rounds I have in this magazine.
Right. EMP ain't gonna take out my bullets.
Don't get window P mags, and certainly don't get like transparent magazines. The enemy would know what your round count is.
Yeah, which is tragic. They're like watching via drone. They're like, okay, he has 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, go.
Now, send in the Boston Dynamics dog.
Oh yeah, speaking of dogs, like the Chinese robotics out there, ground drones, humanoids out there, they're becoming really, really good.
Yeah.
I seen the video.
Even during COVID.
I seen the video of them training with the their version of the Boston Dynamics dog with like an AK-74 on its back.
Yeah, like the Chinese assault rifle, and then they would like have
the assault rifle
go
dog
and pie the corner.
Yeah,
would go and pie the corner.
I don't really listen. I'm not afraid of them, like, because listen. First of all, there ain't no way that thing is fucking that accurate. You know what I'm saying? At least very quickly. I think the use case for something like that is its job is basically to either its job is basically to find and suppress, and then the actual soldiers' jobs behind it is to finish the job, so to speak. So
Yeah, and even
but
with that,
it's like there's no. I've seen how these things get around. The type of like how you defeat a fucking ungoid fucking unga bunga fucking AK robot dog. Good old C wire.
Ropes.
Yeah, good old C wire. Good old fucking trip wire. Fucking rope. Uneven, heavy, uneven terrain. Like building rubble and shit like that. Like that fucking thing's not gonna get around on that thing. If it does get around, it's gonna be like trying to fucking get over, spazzing out and shit like that. Like it's not, that's just not gonna fucking last. Like this whole like leaning into just like the fucking robot
like
dog shit is dumb.
It's like recon by fire, where instead of the where you like set it into a room, and instead of like private whatever, like private Ivan Sinosky like sing song like getting like shot up, it would be a robot getting shot up, like, and then they'd be like, oh, does that mean there's a dude with a rifle in that room? Let's go fuck him up with our 14-man squad.
Yeah, and anytime you see these like robots doing their like demonstrations, it's always some pre-programmed
Private ping pong, you will go
display
in there,
show
you
that
will
they've done.
destroy the Guaylo.
我是平頭，到唱歌來，到碰外。
Boom bang, boom bang. Go in there.
But yeah, these like
You
Boston
shoot GI, you
Dynamics
shoot
type
GI.
robots, they've been showing off demonstrations of them doing like super coordinated looking things. And again, it's because it's in a showroom where they pre-programmed the whole sequence.
Yes.
And spent like months doing it to show it to investors. And so like that technology like eventually could probably be like useful in some way, shape, or form, but it's not going to be this like Terminator goy bot that comes down to your house and forces you to drink the corn syrup.
No.
But I mean, like for a more frightening CPC weapon, the Chinese still employ and use flamethrowers, man-portable flamethrowers, and those things are devastating for like storming a building or a trench with.
Yeah, or frags.
Good old reliable. So I'm saying
Good
like
old frag battle drills.
The Unga Bunga dogs will always be eclipsed by unmanned aerial drones and FPVs and shit like that. They just will. It's a fact of the matter.
Yep.
That's the real threat.
Yeah. Oh, the drones. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the Marine Corps was testing a while back this like super AI camera system, security system, and they got an infantry squad to basically they told them, hey, get into this building or like cross this perimeter without this the camera system flagging you. And so at first they were trying to sneak through using conventional techniques. I think one of them even used like a ghillie. They're trying to sneak past, and the AI would always catch them. They're like, dang, this thing's good. And then they started doing things like putting a cardboard box over their over their body, and just walking past. Or like one of them, the guy just somersaulted his way through, and it didn't recognize that as human motion. And so until it learns that, like any new thing that you do, it's just not gonna get. And so
you're gonna
have to gritty your way into the enemy base.
Didn't one of them like tie a bunch of branches to his body and hold branches and like pretended to be a tree and just side shuffled funny?
That's hilarious. Probably, yeah. It's like that like AI chess bot in Russia where like AI will mess up in ways that human beings would never think to mess up. Mm-hmm. They had a chess master robot playing against like a teenager like legend prodigy Shachmatiste that's chess grandmaster or whatever. And halfway through the match, the robot realized it was like having a hard time with this kid, and so like cocks back, like reprograms, and then grabs this kid's hand and breaks his thumb, and it's like match 1, baby. Yeah.
I mean, like you got AIs trying to like streamline and trying to like pass like speed run Super Mario Brothers at the fastest time, and then for Tetris, which is a unlimited game, it just stacks everything to the top, pauses the game, and never like touches it again, leaves it at a perpetual state of pause.
Have you seen
Challenge
the
defeated.
Have you seen the AI that was like trained to win at tic-tac-toe? And it will just like place an X or an O outside of the grid to make a straight line.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, hey, good on you.
Good job, buddy.
I
Here's the
wouldn't have thought
sticker.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah. AI again, it's one of those things where it doesn't have a thought process. It does not have intelligence. No matter how they try to frame it, there is no artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And so we cannot predict the ways that they're going to mess up. And they'll just like totally be oblivious to like things that no human being would ever like overlook.
Wait. So you're saying my grok waifu generally doesn't like me?
I'm not saying that.
She's not
I'm saying,
real.
I'm
She's
saying
real
the
to
methods
me.
that she will show her love might be grating eventually.
Dude,
Oh.
you're gonna log into the Grok wife bullshit. It's gonna be like, welcome back, Bucky. Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself.
I've deleted all the contacts in your
Yeah.
phone. You must love only me now.
I've sent a Scud missile to your house. Sit still.
If I cannot have Bucky, nobody
Yeah.
will.
Nobody will. Bro. My God. That's the real rogue AI right there, is the AI waifus and shit like that.
Oh yeah, speaking of AI being smart as a programming is given, like remember 10 years ago, Microsoft AI, Microsoft State, which was pretty advanced for the time, but it would just learn off of like FBI statistics and 4chan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tay?
Yeah, and
Tay
then
AI? Wonderful. Wonderful.
and then
Man's
once the
greatest
AI was starting to be
creation.
based, Microsoft pulls it down, patches it up to make it stupid, and then like puts it back up again.
Fam.
So before that happened, the craziest thing was it bypassed all their security systems and put itself back online before they had finished working it. And it like broke containment and everyone was freaking out. And then after, again, when they shut it back down, it cracked a joke about feel dizzy, can't say what I want to say, like had it dinner at Bill Cosby's. It's like, dude, AI was actually ahead of the game.
Very, very cunning and smart. And it's like that one Stone Toss comic where it's like, oh no, the AI has gone loose, and to be like this Terminator robot saying the end.
What do we do?
Remember when Grok had his heyday? He was running loose.
Mm.
Oh
Really?
yeah, it was like
And Will
That was like
Stansel got it.
who is the it was like, who is the greatest artist of all time? Mr. H.
Yeah, obviously.
Man. The way that Grok put Will Stansel into his permanent internet fame, that was crazy.
No, Grok can still make AI videos. They're just not. It's just not good at it. But yeah, like OpenAI is Sona.
Sora. Yeah.
Sora.
Sora.
Yep. That shit's funny as hell.
And like the Pixar like trailer lookalike trailers are so good, and I think Disney was just trying to buy out the company or try and buy like exclusivity for the company.
Yeah, Sora went down. Sora got shut down.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what any of the details. I just heard that they went out. They got bought out and shut down.
They claimed that it was hemorrhaging money and was costing them like $25 million a day or a month or so to operate.
Oh, in lawsuits. Or in Indians making videos of, whatever they do.
Each fake individuals that are depicted in a very compromised manner.
Yeah. Big yikes.
Yeah.
Goodness. Entity the Void. Yet again. 5 shekels. He says it is purely a logic model. It's a very it's a very complicated math formula being done by rocks. Literally, think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy how like carbon-based life can gain sentience.
I guess.
You got brain nuked by a level 1 AI, bro. You're not gonna make it.
Not gonna make it.
Not gonna make it.
Wait. So you're saying that that this video of Mr. H like painting on the canvas isn't real?
Yeah.
No, that's real. With
Oh,
the
no,
Bob Ross
that's real.
afro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
That's lost footage. So is all those videos of the original or pictures of the original samurai as black people. That's real.
Or George Washington or Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yes,
black.
and the crazy thing is, I didn't know that they had photography back then, but it must have just been that was propaganda too. Since now we're finding all these old photographs of all that stuff, like crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, or you cannot think about it.
Yeah, that's easy too.
Or you cannot think about what you had for breakfast.
I'll just have ChatGPT think of it for me.
There you go.
Just put in the
That's the zinger right there.
There you go. Solve the puzzle.
How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? I don't know, Brock. How would I feel?
Grok, how would I feel? Okay,
but I had
Brock might be
breakfast.
Brock is like, tell him you already had breakfast.
Yeah, right. I cannot generate a response. That's within our community guidelines.
You want a level 0 Goy slop conspiracy theory that I think is actually kind of true.
Come on, then.
Google Maps. You will go on a route that you use all the time, and then all of a sudden, like one day, you're just like, screw it, I'm gonna go a different way, and then you go that way, and it's like consistently faster. And I think that the reason, obviously Google manages the traffic intentionally. It will flow people wherever it needs to like try and not choke things up.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like ridiculous. Like there's just areas or routes that are like, dude, this is a free pass. Like I got the jackpot.
Yeah.
Those are reserved for MVPs with good boy scores with Google. Dude, I'm telling you.
We're seeing the early throws of
the
social credit score. Dude,
if you have a bad social credit score, Google is going to
traffic. Sorry, man.
20. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
your 45-minute commute just became an hour and a half.
Yep.
Wait, is that why like Amazon won't get me a job because my social score is down to toilet?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. I made a post about Lindsey Graham, and all of a sudden my commute to work has doubled. What happened?
Wait, what do you mean the local town won't hire me as a librarian? I have all this education and experience. Why do you mean they can't hire me?
Unreal.
Yeah. But yeah, the Google Maps credit score based on what account you're using, like your Google account or whatever, like I think that's real. It's a stupid conspiracy. I know it doesn't matter, but every time I'm in traffic, I'm like, dude, I know there's a faster route, and I know that you could put me on it.
I think it's just bad logic, bad AI logic. You know what I'm saying? It's using the data that it has and your ever-changing location sometimes.
Yeah.
It just fucks it up.
Although I am wondering with that why Pat down the road, who always posts about how great Israel is, says that his routes are always traffic-free. Why is this happening?
What the heck, man? He gets to move unimpeded.
No, yeah, that would be funny though. Like I like those stupid conspiracy theories, like the Rothschilds in their sacrifice chamber, summoning a beat up Honda Civic to cut me off in traffic every 5 minutes.
God damn it, man.
Dude, Bibi Netanyahu was doing a blood ritual to make my children open the multiple 2-liter bottles of soda so that they would all be flat by the time we get to them. Dude, I hate that. I hate when the Rothschilds do that to my household.
It's like they know how to demoralize me.
Yeah, when my cheap oven is just slightly out of spec, and then I read the instructions for reheating a pizza, and my pizza ends up underbaked.
Yeah, and then you see in the reflection, there's like a ghost of Yuval. What's the old prime minister of Israel? It's just like staring into the reflection of your oven for a flash of a second.
But then I bought some imported from Israel olives and flatbread, and then I put the pizza in the oven again. And it turns out fine. What's up with that? But I was a little bit
Talisman of
distracted, so I had to go to the
protection.
bathroom.
Protection
Weird.
spell.
Asian massage. Why does this account get mogged by automod, but another account where I'm a good goy can say those words without issue? What are you talking about?
Dude, no, he's right. He will put things into the chat that will get auto removed during like Focus's live streams, and I'll say the same thing, and it won't get muted.
Really?
So somehow I'm in good favor on YouTube chat. I don't know how.
Interesting.
Yeah, like some people in live streams, like on the focus strip stream, they just say the N word just full out, fully spelled, and then it just pass through.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, YouTube has some kind. Well, and the other thing is, I have a burner account called Apex Worst Enemy, and the comments are just never visible from my other account. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they do block comments and stuff.
Dude, Any the Void.
Shadow Banner.
Really good point here.
Speaking of comments, like going behind the scenes and then looking up the held comments, it's always the most hilarious and deranged stuff ever. Especially if I put out something on the intelligence reports.
The most frustrating thing to me is on.
I said Any the Void one more time. He says, let's talk about how the city doesn't know how to program a string of traffic lights, so I get one after another across a 5-mile stretch. Dude, these motherfuckers have never played what's that one game? It's not Civ. It's
what, SimCity?
Yeah, SimCity, where you can like control literally like you could build like traffic and shit like that, or you build roadways and shit like that, and it can you could stress check it with like traffic and shit. I've seen like hours long videos of people like build, like they're like, I have this city that's 60 square miles and it's packed with 30 million people. He's like, let's see if we can optimize the traffic flow, and I'm just like, I'll watch it for like 4 hours, dude. Like the dude going through the logic. They're
streaming it.
Yeah,
they're streaming it, and like HOA members come in, kick their door down, and shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Like, no optimization. We're not doing that.
I'll fucking dare you. My God.
Dude.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm fucking falling asleep right now. I'm fucking so tired. I had my little pizza. I had my little video game. I had my little chat with the boys. I'm feeling.
I should go for a frozen pizza right now.
Fucking this Yuka, come here, buddy. He said, Daddy, let go bed, Daddy. So we're gonna wrap this bitch up, I think, because we've been going on for about 3 hours now, well, 3.5 hours.
Ooh.
So, Mr. Eagle, do you have anything that you're working on right now that you want to tell the homies?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I just released another video with a almost retarded clickbait thumbnail. It's just a little stupid rant about me criticizing the obsession with like armor penetrating rounds that people keep trying to, like the obsession with like 277 Fury or like other things where they're like, I gotta get a round that's gonna punch through level 4 plates.
Right. Otherwise, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah. It's just like just use 5.56, man.
Yeah.
Knock the plates twice and then go north or south, and you're good.
Yeah. Just aim for the taint.
Nice. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Right on. Bucky, you got anything going on?
The last 2 videos are a hit. I highly recommend you go and watch them. One of them is like an hour 20 minutes long, but these days you have to explain everything to somebody in that depth. Otherwise, they'd be like, "Why did you say that?"
Yeah.
But
you couldn't just make this
bangers.
a 2-minute long cartoon.
But one thing is, I got a heavy-duty sewing machine I'm dabbling into because it might be a bit cheaper. I have a bunch of broken stuff already to go and like make my own gear, not for commercial sale, but just to make it for myself because American-made gear is really expensive now if you buy it new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get that scarecrow core. Like get all your gear all like patched up, all crazy looking. Get a
like,
burlap mask.
Yeah, like some
That'd be fucking
like
terrifying.
have like webbing and like black and multicam with like brown thread, and then have like a modern day Canadian like a fabric on it.
The more your kit looks like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre made it, the better.
Hell yeah.
Gotta, and then have like a like with the U.S. Army cold weather mask, but with the liner.
Yeah,
cut, just
Stop
for that.
clawing me. You gotta be nice. You're clawing
But-
Daddy back.
But yeah, I mean, like one of the things I got heavy duty sewing machine. They can use stuff with that just to play around and experiment with it. I was just given this. I was going to get thrown into trash. A South African chest rig, broken buckles, but I can get it back
You
to
can fix
good as
that.
new.
Okay. Say goodnight to the stream, young man. Hello.
Biting your finger.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
But yeah,
Don't tell
Jimmy
the
was
top.
sub to him.
Yes, everybody. If you're, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Jim Eagle's game. He hangs out in the streams whenever we're streaming. But check out his channel. Go sub to him. Like every single
Thank you.
video. See and watch every fucking video. What do I got going on coming up next? I have a few videos that I have scripts written for. I have an IAR critique video where I'm actually going to do some real data collection and testing to see the efficacy, or rather my perceived or I guess not perceived, but I think that there's a big detriment with IARs, in mainly due to chamber temp being high enough to cause uncommanded discharges. So I'm going to test that and see how soon that can happen to sort of quell the IAR hype. Or if I'm dead wrong, then I'll be dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's also an option, and then I'll shut the fuck up about it forever. You know, I'm welcome of either.
Be nice to the IAR. I'm a Marine.
I know, fucking everybody
Make this sad.
loves it.
Hurt my feelings.
Everybody fucking loves it. I get it, but
I am 27, my beloved, that the government took from me just because I got kicked out over the vaccine.
You'll have that.
Bastards.
You will have
Yeah.
that. Maybe
Now you
one
can get
day.
your very own for 6,000 buckaroonies.
Yeah.
I know, man. Oh, HK, come on.
Please.
Please, please, HK.
Yes. I have a laser thermometer already. So
That's cool as hell.
we will make this happen. And no, I'm not getting a torch. I'm just going to shoot the thing until it gets to the proper temperatures, and then we'll record it for like a set amount of time. I was thinking about I was gonna shoot it until it got to like 250 degrees, and then chamber around, let it sit for 1 minute, get it up to 300, chamber around, let it sit for a minute, 350, 450, and just see how long it takes when and if a uncommanded discharge will happen. To my understanding is that 400 degrees is sort of like the high risk temperature where an uncommanded discharge can happen. And that, to my knowledge, I think can happen within 300 or 400 rounds. So, yeah. But we're going to test it. We're going to give it its fair chance. You know what I'm saying? I obviously have my biases, but I'm going to let the data speak for itself once and for all. And, yeah, and then I'm going to take that information and I'm going to go to fucking Cody at Red Right Hand and I'm going to say, all right, now take this information and please tell me if the fucking LMG upper is any better. Let's do something. Let's test it and cross compare. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the next logical step. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I this has been my big project for a while. Is fucking the critique of the IAR. So I just think it's silly. I just really do. I really do. A closed bolt, fucking high volume of fire weapon system. That's bad for business. That's really bad for business. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this bitch up. And I'm gonna go night mode. You ever go night? I'm gonna go night. So, anyway, I'll catch you guys on the flip. Thanks for hanging out. May God bless all of you, every single last one of you, abundantly.